on, Scott. What the fuck?
Gotta rev me up. Spark me up.
Fucking phoning it in today.
Bring it up.
It's always all loud.
Which is the exact opposite of what's going on now.
Why is your mic over there?
Loud.
Are we?
Make it loud.
Is this practice
Scott,
or is this
why
real?
is your
Lord of mercy,
That didn't
follow
even
me
sound like
now.
the fucking beginning.
why is your thing?
raps.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, now I got to reposition my
All right.
talk. Man.
Ladies and
Fucking
gentlemen,
threw me off.
you're listening to episode 18 of the Broad Street Breakdown. We're back 2 in a row for the first time in a long time. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope y'all enjoyed the last episode, the top 5 metal albums of all time,
But in the air.
according to us.
Wow.
My name is Vinnie Paz.
It's like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure in your head.
Next to me is my co-D, the OG.
Yeah.
Gavin, what
OG
up?
Gavin.
Hi.
Mood scale.
Yeah.
I'm at like a 2.
Yeah!
I feel good tonight.
Stevie Puerto Rico, what's
What
the
up,
word,
what up,
kid?
what up, what up? Glad to be
Professor Pablo, what up, kid?
What episode is this?
18.
18 and a light-skinned collie.
here. Yes!
I'm not mad at that. Shout out to my niece, Alexis.
Well done, well done.
Scott Stallone, what up, kid?
What up?
How you living?
I'm living large.
I mean, I'm not mad at that.
I'm living big.
Well, we write down little pieces of paper what we're going to possibly talk about. It says
Okay.
Just popped in my head. I don't know why.
it says recap. I don't know what we're really going to recap about last week. We did
Well,
the metal.
obviously the Gavin didn't tap, so that's a good thing.
Gavin's still alive.
He's alive.
I would like to say and well.
Too tough to die.
He's
baby.
alive.
Listen.
Too legit to quit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm good. great.
I would like to say
He's already looking annoyed.
there's a few June
We just dropped him
2nd.
to a 3 real quick.
June 2nd represents a few things. First and foremost, to me, it represents the 48th birthday of the King of Kings, Lester Napoleon Green, a.k.a. Beetlejuice.
Who, me?
Greatest of all
me?
time.
That's the GOAT. Gavin's...
What is going on?
I don't know.
Gavin's tripping, yo.
There he is.
I don't know what just happened.
He's half naked.
Also-
Over there.
So,
Trying to be fucking quiet, but it didn't work.
Beetlejuice, greatest of all time.
The GOAT.
The goat. Easily.
I didn't know this because, I mean, it's not like he feels the need to tell me, but it's Pablo's, I think, 15th,
15th wedding anniversary.
I think it's Sicko's
Mine's
13th.
but not to Pablo. It's different
Yeah, it's
anniversaries.
different.
We are married to women.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to be married in this state.
That's
until-
right.
Up till a
They were
year
holding
ago.
holding us back.
Hey.
1
But
year.
they did let us go to IKEA.
And last and least, it's
Kia.
a year ago today, Jedi Mind Trick, Stephen Fallon dropped. It's crazy that it's been a year. All of y'all were a huge part of that recording process for me, so thank you for being there for that.
All right, all right.
So I guess, you always write something nice about your anniversary, P. Sicko. I saw P, your wifey.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Pablo-
don't ever write
Pablo's
anything.
like,
but
wait,
I saw his wife. He posted a nice picture of the flowers he got her. And that
Well
was
done.
nice.
Flowers, some other gifts, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
15 is crystal, so I had to get a little crystal.
I don't even know that old gimmick, like what year represents what or whatever.
and since
25 is silver. I know that.
And since I don't
Right.
buy shit for my wife, I do the write a nice thing gimmick. and
Right.
make her
So
go,
with
"Aw."
writing that, nice
Yours is
thing,
like every year it's nickel. It's like
Yeah.
it's gonna
It's
be
like
like
eight.
Sicko's like 13 is grape soda.
his John is wood. So every year that you
He's a
write
piece of
something
wood.
nice,
Well, it's funny. A lot
I
of
always
people,
get a cheap pop. And
Yeah, a lot of people probably don't know this, but the whole reason that I ever got together with my wife was because of Vinny. We were hanging out at the time. I was living on South Street. And I had actually met my wife a couple of years before that. And I tried to crack on her at a bar, and she fucking blew me off. Like, when I went to ask her for a number, swear to God, she told me, I'd give you my number, but I don't got a phone. And we all know what it means when someone says they don't got a phone. So I was like, whatever.
sometimes it means you don't have a phone.
But nah, not this time. Trust me. I've been
Not this time.
I've been blown off by enough women in my lifetime to know. But a couple years went by. Like, I didn't see her. You know, she left Philly, whatever. I was living on South Street, and me and Vin always had this thing. Like he'd come down and visit me on South Street. We'd go grab some lunch, and we'd always go record shopping. And this one day he came down, and I had met my wife had just randomly come into the coffee shop I was working at the night before. And I was like, "You're that girl." And she remembered me. And I was like, let's hang out tomorrow. I was like, "I'm working, but come by." And she came in, and I lived upstairs at the coffee shop, and I was supposed to meet Vin. And I'm telling him, I'm standing outside. I'm like, "That girl that I like is inside, but I'm too scared to go talk to her. She's just sitting in there waiting for me." And Vin's like, "Man, get the fuck in there." And I'm like, "I can't."
I gave him heat, like
torture.
I wasn't having. I'm like, "Yo, she's pretty." If she, you know what I'm saying? Like she was in there reading. I remember she was reading something ill.
I can't even remember.
I can't remember what it was.
Comics.
I don't know. She was reading something else. She was reading like
Yeah.
Sexist Nexus Lexus type.
Yeah.
She was reading Henry Miller or something. I was like, "Yo, man, like."
And like I was for real shook. Like there was no way I was walking up to that girl.
I'll also
like,
be honest with Sicko wasn't really a shook dude when it came to Jones. Like when he was younger. But like when we would go out, he kind of had balls and would like talk to a John. Like I was shook then, still am shook now. I'm just shy around women, even though I'm a loud mouth around my friends. But I was like, "B, you better go in there." You know what I mean?
I couldn't do it. I was like frozen solid. And he physically pushed me into the place, like walked me back to where she was sitting in the back smoking.
Yeah, I parlayed it. Like, "Yo, how you doing? I'm Vinny. You obviously know." Yeah. I'm going to go to the book trader and dig for records.
And we sat down. Like that night was like our first date. And like 3 days later, she moved in with me. And
3 days later?
literally, because she wasn't living in Philadelphia at the time. She was actually visiting and staying with a friend and was going back down to Atlanta where she was living at the time.
Damn.
And she was like, "I'm not going to be able to stay." I was like, "Fuck it, move in." And literally 3 days later, she moved in my apartment in South
That
Street.
fucking apartment was the den of iniquity
Yo,
for a
that
minute.
fucking apartment.
Yo, Sicko would be working downstairs. Give me the key for upstairs. I would watch ECW when it was on Channel 48.
Yep.
And I would get so twisted sometimes. I would throw empty 40 bottles out of his window at cars with their tops down on South Street.
Like I lived on South Street.
Not like a
What
block
and South?
off on Second and South.
Oh.
Yeah,
Like
right next to...
right at the end where it turned
Yep.
like almost
Yeah.
when you're in front.
Yeah.
So I would like, and then some nights he'd be like, "Yo, you can't be doing that." And I was like, "Well, what if I throw an egg?" He's like, "Well, that's fine."
That's fine.
So
Loved it.
I would like launch eggs. Excuse me. When people like,
What if I throw an egg?
we would add, well, cause sometimes it was marks. Like, I remember the one time we like hit those girls with like ice or eggs. They were hanging
shit,
out it was like their prom.
Yes.
And they were hanging out the top of the limo gimmick. And I was like, "Come on, Sicko. There's only one. You only live once." He's like, "Yo, as long as it ain't nothing that could damage
I got the
somebody."
one with the pink corsage.
So like he's like, "I got like a dozen or two of eggs." He was like, "If you go to Wawa, because the Wawa was and is
Around the
right,
corner.
it's
It's
right
right
there.
there.
Right.
He's like, "If you go get the eggs after the smoke is cleared, like then let's launch them."
Yeah,
I was like, "Yo, as soon as the smoke
That's
is cleared,
called
I'll go get them."
Head House Square, yo.
Hey, yo.
Well-
Scott, we had this thing where you remember the old cartoon, the Bugs Bunny cartoon with the sheepdog and the wolf, and they clock in and go
Yes.
like
Yes.
I wouldn't talk to him all day. I'd be working. I'd see him roll in, throw the keys. Not a word was spoken. He'd have the 40s in the fucking bag. Go upstairs and be like, "All right, I'll be up at midnight," because my shift usually ended at midnight, and then we go get in all kinds of shit.
Yeah, and I'd be drinking 40, he'd be smoking blunts.
Yeah. It was the
And
best
for
time.
another time, we'll tell the dog story.
Yeah, the dogs in the hallway story one day.
Yeah.
We'll tell you that one. That's a
Sicko's
fucking
boss and / landlord had pits, and a scene happened with me and Pablo one time.
and it's the funniest thing.
Top 3 funniest
that
things
has
ever happened ever.
happened.
Yeah, so
Hope there were
also
no dogs hurt.
Also, let's tell people.
I think I was going to say what you're going to say. So how
Oh,
about
go
I
ahead.
try and then are you going to talk about everyone that stayed there?
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to talk about.
When we were recording the Psychosocial LP, Apathy stayed there. And then
All of
And the
Boston.
Pharaohs.
all of Boston stayed there. We were recording Army of the Pharaohs.
Those good times.
DJ Steph stayed there.
DJ
Pablo
Steph hung out,
But,
stayed.
Esoteric, big up, Eso, you're in my prayers.
Definitely.
7L, Trevor, aka Karma, Virtual. So all them brothers packed into Sicko's apartment. This is before we had the luxury of paying for hotels and all that. So it was some punk rock shit. And then we would pack into Stoops' crib at his parents' crib and record in the bedroom with no air conditioner. And that's how the first Pharaoh's 12-inch was made, because Sicko let people stay there, or else it wouldn't have happened.
And that was at the exact time I had first met my wife, and she's like, I told her, I was like, yeah, my friends make music, I know these rappers. And she's looking around. She's like, I thought you knew rappers. Like, who are all these fucking, like, because them guys look like normal fucking dudes.
Like
And
a
she's like,
Boston college student.
yeah.
Seamus looks like a Harvard professor.
She's like, so what time are the rappers getting here? Like, what's going on? So
yeah, well, luckily,
but it was fucking great.
Luckily, I never brought the other.
Yeah. She didn't meet that crew till later, till she was well in with us. So
Well, OG. So
I owe Vinny a lot. A lot of my life I owe to Vinny.
That's not
He said
true,
it.
but-
He said it.
But so with this anniversary thing, I'm smiling, thinking, because you and I were in Pablo's wedding,
We were.
and I'm remembering being at his parents' house and us
What a good time that
putting
whole day
fucking
was.
like tuxedos on, and how hard we were laughing in that fucking room, man. Like, I'm remembering. If you tell me other parts of the day, like, of course I'm going to remember.
Yeah.
But I remember where you and I were standing. Pablo was
Yeah.
still living at home at this second. I mean, he obviously moved right out. Or maybe you weren't, Pig. Maybe you weren't. No, you had moved out by
I
then.
moved
But,
out,
but
yeah.
we were getting
Right.
ready.
Do the gimmick at the mom's house.
We were in
Yeah.
your old bedroom
Yep.
when you were
Right.
kids.
Right.
And we're trying to fix each other's shit.
Yep.
And I'm going, do you know how to do this? He's going, what the fuck is this? I'm like, well, who does? Fucking Tom Powell's there. He's fucking skinhead.
What up,
You don't
Tommy?
fucking know anything.
Your brother, I don't know where he's at.
No one knew nothing. But the cufflink gimmick, right out the window.
I remember the big debate on whether we could wear Docs as dress shoes. That I remember. Like, it was a conversation.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean? 3 holes are fucking like, it just did not compute. Like
And I
register with us. That
remember
it didn't work
Pablo
that way.
having like a low Caesar and a beard, and growing a bouffant for the wedding, and his reason was, my mom told me I have to.
Wow.
And I'm still. It's 15 years?
Yes.
Today?
Yeah.
Fucking blown away.
That's
I'm like,
great.
what did you just say to me? He's like, yeah, like my mom, my wife, and like, rest in peace, Grandma Barlam. I think it was Grandma Barlam.
Yeah, most
Someone
definitely.
like, no, you can't have that hair cover this way. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean, man? He's like, I gotta shave my beard and grow in the bouffant. I'm like, yo, B, what are you talking about, yo? What do that mean? He's like, I mean, they said I have to. I'm like, they paying for this, John? And he's like, nah. I'm like, so what do you mean? And that went back and forth. And he's like, look, man, leave me the fuck alone. I'm already getting
got
mad.
enough shit
I'm
going
already
on.
like, I'm already throwing my shit down the toilet.
Right.
It's for the
It
pictures.
was a really strange thing, man. It was like we just did not know what we were doing on any level. at
Any
all.
level.
None. And I mean, I was the best man. My mom, my aunt were there
Yeah, well, me and Sean sat at the table with
my
your
mom,
mom
my
and Aunt
aunt,
Midge.
Planet,
Stoop.
Stoop, Clone,
Yep.
J-Rock. That part, like, from what I hear, that was my ex Jenna. From what I hear, that was the party table.
Yo, that
I heard
there was
y'all-
all kinds of shit going on.
I heard
I'll
y'all
just
had
say
it
that.
cracking at that table.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good time.
I definitely want to say that I couldn't help myself, but when I had to give the best man speech, I most definitely took the mic and did the "Is this thing on?
It's classic.
Is this thing on?" gimmick. And I mean,
I
everybody
Killed the
popped.
room. You killed the
I
room.
popped.
I knew who would pop, but I looked at like some of Pablo and Chrissy's fam who were like, "Who's this goon about to talk?" And they all popped. So I was like,
Yeah.
and I was basically like, yo, I didn't really know what to say. I didn't want to OD like too emotional, but I
did
didn't
you
want,
have your thing written, or did you just talk off?
I like wrote notes,
Yeah.
like to look at, but I kind of went off of them,
Yeah.
because Pablo's wife's friend, you know, again, we don't like to say names a lot. So Pablo's wife's, what's that, the maid of honor?
Maid of honor.
I knew her. I think all of y'all know her, and I knew she would give like a heartfelt John.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, I got to be like a little bit funny. And then I was just like, you my brother, so that makes you my sister.
Right.
I did that kind of gimmick,
Yeah.
and I like kind of I'm like, yo, man, it's no more oodles and noodles for you. It's no more, you know what I mean, toast for dinner. Like, you gotta step your game up, take care of this beautiful woman, you know what I'm saying? And like, basically, I'm more one. I mean, everybody there already knew where me and him was at, so I wanted to. What are y'all doing? Y'all like doing a
I
gimmick?
just caught Sicko fucking staring at me
He was doing some kind of weird shit.
with
I was just looking
longing
over.
eyes.
Longing?
Longing eyes.
No,
Hey,
it's already.
now.
It's like we were all. Everybody know we brothers, so I wanted to make sure she knew how I thought of her. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So that was the objective of my shit, and to say some funny shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the shit went off without a hitch. The wedding, and then
Killed it, yeah.
once the speeches were done, it was like, yo, let's grub, and then it's a mummy rap.
It was on.
I went back to the party table. Everyone started being like, all right, there's my man, there's my man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the drinking started popping, and that DJ was kind of on point for a white people wedding.
Honest to God, I don't remember much after that.
Yeah, I mean, I was shit. I was yeah, I caught a body. I was dancing with my mom. I was dancing with my ex.
I definitely did not do any
I
dancing.
do remember we got yelled at in the middle of the
Of course you did.
ceremony or whatever.
We got yelled at by Pablo's brother during the ceremony for laughing, which
Yeah.
is get out of here.
Yeah.
And then,
like we were 8.
then Tom Powell was farting during the mass.
I
Like
forgot
a
about
little
that.
kid trying to pop me. I'm like, yo, man, I'm really gonna fucking dumb out and start laughing now. Like,
Yeah.
You know what's funny too, because we were sitting in the church, and that church was where I went to grade school. I went to grade school with Pablo's wife, so I have all kinds of bad associations with that place.
well, can I just interject? Well, maybe not Pablo, but the three of us in the church in general it was already a scene.
Right.
Like,
The
it
shit was already on fire.
Yeah.
The holy water was melting.
Yes.
So
boiling.
where I was sitting with, just sitting in the what do you call it, the pew?
Pew.
Yeah.
What do you call it, the hook?
Oh, come on.
There was like
What do you
a
call that, the
section
pew?
of us. There were like 5 or 6 of us, other friends that went back just as far, that had the same thing happening. Like, we kept looking at each other and just cracking up during the ceremony, giggling like little kids.
Well,
Like, we were
this
right
is
back
my
in it.
opinion. This is my opinion. If you ask Pablo, he'd be like, I want y'all laughing. I don't care what happens. But it's bigger than that.
Right,
He has family.
right.
How many people were there?
200?
Yeah.
It was a lot. Like we were up in front of the people, like playing a show.
Yeah,
We were
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean, but
what
my
the
issue
fuck
was
is
like,
happening here?
when Pablo's brother tried to shush us, I was first I almost gave him the fucking Cedric. I was like, don't shush me, dog.
Right.
Who the fuck is you? I'm a grown ass man, dog. Like, he tried to shush us. And I'm like, look, man, I'm going to keep it a bean with you. Don't fucking shush me. I almost said that shit on stage.
Like it
I'm
was.
calling the altar
On
stage.
stage.
I mean,
love
we
that.
was on
I dig
stage.
that.
We
I dig
were.
that.
We were y'all hype, man. You got the gimmick.
Right.
But he tried to shush me. I'm like, yo, B, let me tell you something, man. I'm not even selling this gimmick. I'm not even selling what's going on here. I'm only here because I'm a riot.
Nobody at these weddings anymore is fucking super Catholic. They all know that they're just fucking here for one day.
Well,
So you shouldn't expect shit from
Well,
people.
I'm going to correct
Nope.
you. I think there are super Catholic people out there still, but
But
maybe-
most of us, like, we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. And with the Catholic mass, you do these fucking calisthenics where you're up, you're down, you sit, you stand.
Hey, pop
kneel.
for calisthenics. I'll say this.
That's hard.
I know for me.
Nobody knew it. That we're all looking at each other.
Again,
and, like, I
everyone
went to Catholic
everyone
school.
being Italian, we know the church gimmick, but the being a part and a close part of a wedding,
Yeah.
nah, man.
Yeah.
Like the last time I was ever, first off, like if I was with a girl and she asked me to go to a wedding, no, so go
Yeah.
by yourself.
Yeah.
Find another date. If you go with another date and dump me because of him, God bless you. Please, please do that to get out of my life. So other than my brother's wedding, like, I've been to very few. When I say very few, if I said the number, I don't think you guys would believe me for my age.
I'm thinking, I've only been to 3. Not
I've been to
counting my
2.
own.
One of them was Pablo's.
Yeah, Pablo's, a cousin of mine, and my brother's.
Pablo's, my brothers,
Planets.
Planets. I'm going to tell you why I don't count it, because from the rip, it was a party.
Yeah.
on some Puerto Rican shit. There was no part of that.
But we did the whole gimmick, right? We did the church. You have
No,
to
that's
party.
real. That's real. That's real.
You count it. It's legit.
All right. So if you count planets, because to me it was a Puerto Rican party. If you count planets, I've been to 4 my entire life. Planets, Pablo's, my brothers, which I was 10. My pop died a month later. And I went with my ex to her cousin's wedding, who happened to be my friend, even without her involved. If that makes
Was
any
that
sense.
the one with the Jimmy Buffett guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The buff man, please.
I didn't even have a wedding. We went and did the courthouse shit. We
That's a shocker.
we saw the pictures.
It's a shocker.
We got it. We just wanted to get it out the way. There was nobody there. Like, we had no interest in having a wedding.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm jealous, to be honest.
If any of my friends listen to our podcast, please don't invite me to your wedding. If you invite me to your wedding, I'll give you $500. If you don't, I'll give you $1,000.
Amen.
Will you play my wedding?
You're already married.
He's already got
And
requests to play
I was
weddings.
invited to Stallone's and was on tour. So, like, I didn't have to.
I had a total, like a sum total of 42 people at my wedding.
And no, but see,
Tiny.
the
I wanna
fact
keep
that I
it
was
tight.
one of the invites, see,
Yeah.
A, that means a lot, and B, I was on tour.
Right. And Boff was there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Of course, he's the
Yeah,
boss.
but Wolfie's the kind of dude that'll go to a wedding.
Boff is a dude who goes to weddings.
No doubt. And he'll
Like, all
enjoy
day.
it and...
Yeah, and he'll leave at 9.
Right.
Who like, I
Right.
had a meal, danced, and had one drink, and then drive home.
I've done all I need to do.
Can I
Yeah,
just say real quick though? Like, I really appreciate you guys doing that. Like, I didn't even want to be there, so the fact that you guys was there,
No, I mean,
Tom, Q, my brother, you guys.
here's
I
the
really
thing,
appreciated
like,
it.
we all knew you wanted to do it as much as us. So
Right.
we were like, well, we're in, because I know how he would do it. He loves his shorty. He's always loved his shorty. They've been together a million years. You would have just stepped into a room, bing, bong, boom, now
Done.
you're married.
Done.
But Italians ain't having that.
That's
Let's
what
be
I'm saying.
frank.
Right.
I mean, I remember you telling me, like, your parents had suggestions. They were talking about, let's invite these people. And you're like, yo, I don't even really know that person
Nah.
like
Yeah,
that.
they want to invite everybody, even people overseas. Like,
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the other side.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, who is this person?
And again, that's that greaseball shit, and I ain't hating on that. But once you make that decision, you setting yourself up for that. You know what I'm saying? So
Well,
it's
if it was like, I'm not going to be at my own wedding being introduced to people.
Right.
We're not having that kind of wedding.
and not for nothing, but I actually lost 10 grand on my wedding.
Sure.
yeah, I mean, to me, it's got to be a come up.
It's supposed to be what
It's got to be a bar mitzvah,
Right.
bat mitzvah come up.
It's supposed to be your family's giving you a starting an
Yeah.
nest egg
Yeah,
to start
yeah,
your life,
yes.
and nowadays the shit's so expensive.
Now you're taking
that
an L.
You're taking an L.
You got-
Dog, let's
fucking
look.
bill.
There's 2 things where you end up taking the most massive L ever: going to college or having a big wedding.
Dig.
So 250 grand for college, 250 grand for a wedding. You know, I'm over exaggerating. Let's say 50,000 for a wedding for a nice one.
I think mine was 30.
All right, so let's say like
Jesus
let's
Christ,
And that was
30,000
15
really?
years
that's
ago.
15 years ago.
Yo,
So let's say
I've been
now.
to weddings that fucking they blow the.
No,
bank.
I've been to Jones that were 150.
Fucking
I mean, I'm not going to
Fucking
name names
ridiculous,
because some of them are now enemies. And like in the industry, like I've been to weddings that were $250,000. So if you
Easy.
if you take college and that wedding, there's a $500,000. That's a house paid
I know,
off,
man.
and then another 300 in a. You know what I'm saying? In a fund.
Yeah, for young heads out there, man, get your close family, have a little gimmick, and then elope,
Yeah.
and just bank the fucking money for a house to put down, man.
Fight the pressures that the family's going to put on you to have a big wedding.
Yo, Howard Stern, who's worth $500 million, threw a really nice party as a joke, and you don't have to do this part, but as a joke, had one of his friends become like a minister, did the gimmick, and did it all in one gimmick. Like, yo, let's have dope food, dope DJ, a
Yeah.
really nice spot. The part that was actually the quote-unquote wedding was like 10 minutes, and then it was like, yo, I love you too, switch it up, boom, let's party now. You know what I'm saying?
Bada bing, bada boom.
I mean, and that's even if you subscribe to the idea of weddings. I mean, there's 5 of us in here, and 4 of us are or have been married. You know what I mean? Except the me. So yeah, memories of that day for me and OG. I mean, me and him stuck together like glue, but that's nothing new.
I have only good memories of that day.
Oh no, I don't mean bad. I mean,
Yeah.
I remember us laughing a lot. We were on that trolley gimmick.
I just know
yeah,
that
Because Pablo even we had this ill trolley, and Pablo you had it loaded up with beer. Remember?
Yeah, and that's when that's when this shit all came to a head. And I just like fucking went pale and almost passed out because that was like that trolley was almost taking me to my death.
Yo, do you remember what you said to me in the back?
Nah.
I mean, do you want me to say it on air?
Go ahead.
Well, remember the whole time I was like, "Don't do this, don't do this."
Right.
Remember that, right?
Yeah.
It was, and it wasn't because of Chrissy.
Sure,
I
you're
love her.
just-
I was just like, "This, it don't mean her.
Right.
This, don't do this."
Right.
Yo, you were in the back and you looked like green.
I
yo.
got pale.
Like
Yeah,
you were about
yeah,
to toss
yeah.
out the gimmick. You're like, "Yo, Paz. I mean, I don't even know if I could do this,
I was
yo."
fucking-
And I was
I
like,
was
"Yo,
vexed.
don't do it, man. We'll just get like,
We'll
what you're
trying to shoot
supposed
the AC.
Let's hijack the trolley
No, but
and
like-
we'll fucking go where we go.
No, but a good friend's supposed to be like, "Yo, stop it, man. Get your life together." And I'm like, "Yo, we can make this
No,
trolley."
a real friend says, "Yo, whatever you want, we'll do what we
I was
do."
like, "Yo, this trolley, yo, you paid him?" He's like, "Damn, Skippy, I paid him." Like, "Yo, we could go to the casino.
Yeah, we'll chuck him right out the fucking
We'll
thing.
launch him, and I'll get behind this
Get
fucking
Tom
hog."
Powell to drive, and we're fucking there. That's it.
No, but love is love.
That
man.
was a
So,
good day. That whole day was good.
Happy
I'm
anniversary,
blessed. I'm blessed.
to,
Blessed to Chrissy. Thank you. Love you.
happy anniversary
And
to
thank you for
Sicko.
not making me part of the wedding party, so I didn't have to pay nothing. I didn't have to do nothing. I just showed up and ate for free.
Chrissy, happy anniversary. I love you. Yeah, Pablo even hit me when he asked me to be the best man. He even did it right. Like, yo, this is the worst shit I could ever ask you. Yo, like, but like, I'm supposed to ask the right person. The right person is you. This is whack. We got to get gimmicked up. And I was like, yo, I'm down, but check it. Let me pick out the tuxedos. And he's like, boom, no problem.
And I was like, I want to make
That
it
we
minimal.
couldn't figure out how to put on.
Yeah, right.
yeah, well, I didn't know none of that, but because I knew you was. I'm like, we got to do the gangster gimmick.
All day.
Like I ain't doing no like motherfuckers.
Purple cumber.
Yeah, like all them.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
yo, we're gonna look like. Are those dudes about to spray the block up, or are they going to a
Should
wedding?
have done a ruffled Johns like the 70s.
Well, then motherfuckers would know we was being silly. I wanted it to be like, well, Gavin had his Morrissey bouffant then.
I did.
Absolutely.
I did. Because I remember, if I remember
There's a
had
good
mine,
picture.
too.
There's a good picture of us on the steps of the church.
I have a
We
really good
look
picture
like-
of you on the steps of the church too. It's I
Wait,
don't
is
even
that,
have-
that's not the, there's
No.
another one?
The picture I gave all you guys is
Yeah.
in front of my mom's house.
I
which
don't
we gotta
know about
recreate
this church
year.
one.
No, it's not taken by like a professional photographer.
Who is it, me and you?
Yeah. In our gimmicks.
Who's got this picture?
I don't know.
Who's got this picture?
I got to do an APB on
Who's
Facebook.
got this picture?
Who's got this picture? Yeah. The picture that in front of your parents' house.
Yeah.
We all look like we just witnessed a shark attack. Like we're standing.
Yo, I almost spit out my drink.
We're all
Yo,
standing
thank
there.
God there wasn't a lot left of this drink, dog.
We're standing there like fucking stunned.
Right,
like,
right.
like, okay. Like
We all look like we're not supposed to be in these clothes and
No.
we're uncomfortable in
Yeah,
them.
and now we're in it, and
Yeah.
it's like we're like a fourth through the process, and it's like I just watched somebody get their arm chopped off.
Yo, man, but
What
let's
the
keep it a
fuck?
beat. Dudes is in their 20s.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, we shouldn't have known what was going on.
Oh,
If we
certainly
knew
didn't.
what was happening, that would make us square.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, I was young.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, again,
I feel like half the tuxedo was falling off me. Like,
I mean, I know that it was because I helped you with your gimmick
Yeah.
and you helped me with mine, and that's
and we're just like, look, tie this in a knot.
I was like, yo,
fucking just do this.
tie this gimmick,
Yeah.
yo, pin this gimmick because I don't know how that works. And you're like, I can feel that there's a button there. I was like, well, if I mash this here,
Right.
got any duct tape?
that's
You
that's
should have
see my
seen
Dead
this scene,
Kennedys
Scott.
t-shirt
It's me and
through the
Vinny
dress
in the
shirt?
fucking this little bedroom, and we're like,
Yo,
choking
mad
each
small.
other, trying to fucking get this fucking.
yo, like you know how small the South Philly row homes are.
Yeah.
Like the smallest room in a South Philly row home
It's
with
just a box.
with a bed in it. So like
Yeah.
we're mashed.
and there's like half regular clothes thrown up on the thing, and half the fancy
And then
shit's
we're
like
like,
on
yo,
the lamp.
Taking the plastic off.
Yo,
it.
it's
and
a
then it's
deal,
like, yo,
man.
it's 10 a.m. and the gimmick's not till 3. So
Yeah.
we're like, should we gimmick it all the way now?
Right.
Or should we like half
we
gimmick
knew
it?
how to do nothing, Scott. When I tell you we knew how to do nothing. Look, there's the deal.
Jesus. I
We
gotta
didn't know
look
how
at
to
that.
do anything.
Wow.
Yo, I mean, we're all looking at the picture now. If Pablo's okay with it and we're okay with it, we can post it up. If someone's not okay with it, we'll blur their face. But we could post it up because it's 15 years since we're talking about it. Let me see that.
We all look handsome.
Again, what's that?
Yeah, we all look handsome. We're good.
I grew out my bouffant for that. I if I remember right, it was after a period where I was growing it long.
I mean, this. I'm gonna keep
Shaved
it.
with
Yo,
it too,
did you
and
see
then-
this from or your?
I got it hanging in the house.
I mean, this particular John.
Is this the same?
I photoshopped my cousin out of that one. That's the one with my cousin in it.
Is he
with
out
it
of?
in it?
He's out of the one you guys have.
Yeah, we don't.
Can you send that again, high res? And you don't got to. I need to print it again because I don't know
Yeah.
where that is.
I put it in a frame.
I know, and it was on my gimmick. You know that my vinyl converter to digital.
Yeah.
It was on top of that, and then I'll find it.
It's got to be behind. Maybe it's behind it.
I don't know, but this picture's kind of thorough, man. Look at that gimmick.
Too legit to quit.
Yeah.
Thank God Sicko's not in it. Yo, what if you put Sicko's head on your cousin?
Cousin?
Oh, that's hard.
Wait, why'd
There
you
you go.
Photoshop your cousin out?
Because he was a drug addict and stole a lot of money from the family, so we fucking asked
I'm
him.
he did some dirt to Pablo's grandparents, who were the illest OG Italians. Yo, they bought me a Christmas gift every year. That's how the kind of people they were. Old Spice every year for like 15 years.
Look at this.
Smelled great.
Look at this. Shark attack.
That's
And
what's happening.
I'm just realizing right now, like, yeah, well, all right, it is what it is. I had the same face you had on 4 seconds before.
Right.
I just realized first.
Right.
And I'm about to tell you, like, nah, it's all right. It's
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. You're about to tell me, like, we're not about.
Look at that.
We're
Shark
not-
attack.
Oh my god.
Can you make one of them with Sicko's head on it?
All
But
day.
it has to be Sicko's head from 2001, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, with my Morrissey.
When you had the
bouffant.
boof on.
Yeah.
We'll see what we got in the archives.
I'll shoot you over a picture. We'll do it.
I mean, it'll be hilarious just for the gimmick gang.
That's
we're
good
doing
stuff. That's good stuff.
So yeah, man, I just wanted to
That's a
address
nice little.
Beetlejuice,
memory
the
lane.
King of Kings' birthday,
God bless.
The Thief and the Fallen, Jedi Mind Tricks. It came out
Love that
June
album.
2nd. It was the return of Stoop and I, just as a duo, the way that it's been since 1992, and Sicko's marriage to Miss X and Pablo and Chrissy. I love y'all, and I love the babies, and all of that. OG, you brought something up new to the table tonight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Lee. I guess we should get to something else first.
Yeah,
though,
go ahead.
before you do that.
Go ahead.
Sicko, let him know.
Yeah, this is usually the part of the show where we tell you that, you've been listening to the Broad Street Breakdown for a while now. You can find us on the iTunes, and you can find us on our page, broadstreetbreakdown.com. We recently went up on Google Play Music, and the OG made a statement last week and asked you to do us a favor. We want to continue on that vein where go to iTunes, go to our website, and download. Even if you don't listen to it that way and you stream it, just download it, delete the shit as soon as you're done. We need to keep getting these numbers up, and it'll help the show, and the show will keep growing, and it'll go a little further, and all that. So
Things that can happen from that is we're definitely investing in some cameras
Yeah.
so that it can be.
yeah, because people be asking, like, why don't you put video up of this?
That's
like, right
coming.
now, we don't have it right now.
People
want
wanna see me.
We
They
got
want to see that boof.
People
on
want
it.
to see that bouffant.
It's coming soon. The video is coming soon.
We got ideas, man.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, we do.
More than one show a week can come soon.
Yep.
We're all down.
see, the more you guys help us, the more power it gives us to tell motherfuckers what's what.
Yep.
The more we have some say in certain things, and kind of kise fize and things. It allows us more opportunities to do things without us going down the road that a lot of people go down.
Exactly. It gives
Yeah.
us more wiggle room instead
Yeah,
of.
yeah.
We don't got to answer to nobody.
Like this is fucking punk rock shit. This is outlaw business. So we're doing things our way, but in order to do that, we need your help
need the army.
in little things. Right. And we feel like we're all doing this together. So what we need from you is the download numbers. That gives us some fucking stroke to tell motherfuckers what's what.
Indeed.
I love Stroke.
And like
Stroke,
I knew he was
man,
gonna-
stroke, man. Stroke.
Billy Squire,
Stroke
All that,
man,
yeah.
stroke man.
Oh,
Big B. Yeah, I mean, like OG said, I know sometimes things like this fall on deaf ears because we're both heavy listeners to podcasts. Big up MLW and Conan and Court Bauer and those guys.
Cinepunks.
But and people talk about it a lot, but it is true that the download numbers for whatever reason for
We
reasons
can't tell you why, but it's,
I mean, we know how many people listen, and it's tons, but download numbers are different.
Yeah.
And the download numbers are great. As I said last episode, we've seen them. They're great, but
Yeah.
the more you move them up, so just download and erase it if you don't feel like
Exactly.
taking up space on your phone or any of that. But
Download it on your mom's phone, man.
Yeah.
She don't care.
yeah,
she just told me.
I'll erase it when I come.
Hey.
I'll erase it. I'll erase it when I come over there to fuck her.
Let's just lay it all down on the line.
Yeah, I mean, if we're putting it out there.
I mean, it is what it is.
Well, into more business. The
She
Broad
can have
Street
it in the
Breakdown
earbuds when I'm giving her the deal.
is brought to you by
It's fine.
Crescent Street
Keep
Tattoo,
giving it. Never mind.
4371 Crescent Street, Philly, PA. Facebook.com/Crescent Street Tattoo. IG Crescent Street Tattoo. Email crescentstreettattoo@gmail.com. Website crescentstreettattoo.com. Also brought to you by No Slam Dancing, No Stage Diving, No Spikes, an oral history of the legendary City Gardens, a book written by our good friend Amy Yates Wolfing and Stevie Puerto Rico. Stevie Puerto Rico, let them know about it, where it's available.
You can get that shit on Amazon. You can hit us up at our website, DWolf Publishing. And I got some kind of cool news on the new book that we're putting out about the graffiti stuff.
Hardcore New York graffiti. This-
Urban Styles,
Yes.
Graffiti in New York Hardcore by Freddie Alva. We just got it confirmed that our man Chaka from Burn is going to be writing the foreword to it.
Dig it.
One of my favorite lead
Say what up
vocalists.
to Chaka, and we appreciate that, and it's going to be dope.
And what's the mailbag email?
Oh, yeah. So we kind of been sleeping on giving you this info, but, you know, during the show, at the end of the show, we really like to read listeners' email. So if you want to get at us, if you got questions, if you got love life questions and you want some romance advice.
Hate mail.
We know OG's good with the romance.
He
You want to
is.
send us hate mail, whatever.
If you want to know about Pablo's hair
You wanna-
products,
exactly.
Bouffants.
Exactly.
Insider cheapo tips I don't give out online.
That's
Hit
right.
Me up.
If you want to know what equipment Stallone uses to record me, we're gonna shut you down and tell
Pretty
you
much.
no.
If you keep
Cause
asking.
y'all be biting our shit. Y'all be trying to get my vocal tone. I'll be peeping y'all.
If you keep asking us what this song
Marks.
is or what this beat is, we're going to shut you down on that. And the more you tell us what you don't like, and when you say there's too much of me or there's too much of Scott,
No one ever says
you're
that.
going to hear more of me and more of Scott. So don't complain, because whatever you complain about,
Yeah, well, I know
you're gonna
for
get
me and
more of.
Gavin, whatever someone complains about, we make a conscious effort to double the
That's
time
what I'm
of that
saying.
in the yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
What are we,
So,
what's the email at?
info@broadstreetbreakdown.com. Hit us up.
And now the iTunes gimmick that we're telling everyone to download, is that available through broadstreetbreakdown.com?
Yes.
See, that's for me, that's I think where everybody should go.
Absolutely.
Just go there for everything. The show
Absolutely.
descriptions are more in depth.
Yes.
So you can flip around.
Yep.
But
And
download them all. Download all the joints that are on there for us.
We also have a page on our website because a lot of y'all ask us about the recommendations we do. So we have a page. If you go in and you search recommendations, and it's currently up to date all the way up to the last episode we did last week of everything we've recommended. I've found links to at least put you in touch with where you can find to buy shit or watch shit.
All right, I didn't know that, but that's thorough.
Yeah. So that page is up. It's very current. I keep it very up to date. So from the very episode that we started doing recommendations.
I never saw that actually on the website.
Because he doesn't have a link from the main page. You have to type in the slash. So he needs to add that link to the main page.
All right, so we'll get that done, right?
Yeah.
All right, or we'll put something you could click on.
That's what I'm saying.
All right,
Yeah.
all
And
right.
then
We'll fix that.
if you use an app like Podcast Addict, you search for Broad Street Breakdown, it's going to come up and add it to your list of podcasts.
Yeah, and if you're so dumb that you tell me you've looked for it and you can't find it, yo, man, just try a couple things. Try Vinnie Paz Broad Street Breakdown.
You go to
like I've had people be like, I can't find it. Then I look myself, and I'm a computard, and I find it in 2 seconds. So it's like, yo, man, I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. Like you're slipping in terms.
You're
of,
smarter than that.
You should be smarter than that. If you tell me you can't find it, I don't really believe you. You
And
need
in this
more
day and
people.
age, you don't need to ask nobody nothing ever. Fucking look it up.
You put on Google Broad Street Breakdown, boom,
Yeah, it's right there.
it's a mummy rap.
Yeah.
OG.
So that's business.
go to fucking Broad Street Breakdown. There's a fucking little click gimmick that says iTunes on it.
Right there.
You click that and it automatically opens your fucking iTunes, man.
And if you don't use iTunes, you can just download it right while you're there.
Yeah.
And you can play. There's a player on our page. You can play it right there. So
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't want to hear no more complaints.
Yeah.
They got it. They got it.
Yeah.
Yo, so me and
I'm
Jack.
no
I'm no
wacko.
wacko. I did that when we were outside.
Yo.
I'm no wacko.
So me and Jackie were driving home the other day, and we had this fucking like hour long.
Is this when the Adidas store was closed and you were all sparked
no,
up?
No, motherfuckers.
what was that the traffic day picture when you took the picture of Jackie
It
yelling
was
at
that
everybody?
night, actually.
Yeah.
Continue.
I like that.
You're driving?
Yeah. So we had like an hour long conversation about heaviest band names. You don't have to like the band itself, just names. Like it started out with something I was fucking blah 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 about like the Germs, and I'm like, man, the fucking Germs, that's the heaviest name ever. Blah blah blah, and we went back and forth with just band names. You don't even have
Even
to know
shitty bands?
Yeah, you don't even have to know a note.
When he told me, he's like, no, the band can be trash.
Yeah.
Is the name good? And then I said, I'm just going on a tangent, going back to you. I said, yo, we can do another top 5. It could be 3 months from now if fans are interested. The best bands with the worst names.
Or the worst bands with the best names.
Yeah, but I think that's what we're about to do now.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of some bands that got ill names, but
Well, I mean, you can also like them as well. Like one of the greatest names that fits a band perfectly, in my opinion, is Black Sabbath. Okay, so you start with like you're starting with the super heavy, obvious, and then all of a sudden you're into these bands that are like, oh, fuck it, I don't know, whatever. You know what I mean? And then you get into these wacky fucking names. Like we were into Strawberry Alarm Clock and like all these fucked
that's a
up
good
names.
one.
Like, you know what I mean? It goes all over the fucking place. So I'm saying we chuck that out there the same way we have Who's Worse and Worst Song. You can always chuck out a fucking band name and have somebody try and
Top it.
yeah,
Or at least match
however
it,
we want to do
or
it.
appreciate it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I just found a band, and they're just called Worst, and I'm like, that's the best
That's
fucking
hard.
name I ever heard in my
That's
life.
hard. That's hard.
WORST.
Well,
Worst.
look at Led Zeppelin. Nobody in this room really likes Led Zeppelin, but the name itself.
Scott does.
Do you, Scott? I don't. How dare
I
you.
don't hate them.
Yeah,
Yes, you
the
should.
name itself is fucking heavy, man. It's like
it is.
especially for a late
I got
'60s hard rock fucking band, Led Zeppelin. That's fucking hard.
That's pretty
All right, I got one. It's so heavy, I don't even know how to pronounce the name. Never heard a note from the band, but have seen posters. So they're like Dungeons and Dragons, like 70s stoner rock. The name, I think you would pronounce it Cirith Ungol. I didn't
I'm
know.
hip to
From
the
years
name.
later, I found it was from Tolkien,
I don't know.
like Lord of the
That
Rings
sounds
something.
about
Yeah,
right.
I'm hip.
But because it was so unpronounceable, I didn't know what it was. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
some
fucking.
that's some
tell you a
heavy prog
fucking-
rock.
Right,
fucking
right.
shit.
I'll tell you.
Never heard a
heavy
note. Have no
fucking
idea what they
name.
sound
Go
like.
ahead.
Right.
Judas Priest.
Hard.
Yeah, that's a great name.
I don't care if you loathe that band. If I came in here tonight and said me and Gavin's hardcore band is called Judas Priest, everybody would pop.
Yeah.
Pablo, anything jump out at you?
Nothing. No.
I always like the name Big Brother and the Holding Company.
Yeah.
I always thought that was a pretty heavy name.
Yeah. The one I was thinking about outside was a Deglo Abortion.
Oh,
I said that to Jackie.
That's a good band, though. I like
I'm
that.
not hip.
Canadian.
That album,
Canadian punk
album
rock.
cover,
Not
crazy.
hip at all.
Here today, guano tomorrow.
Philly,
Hard. Fuck, my shit stinks.
Philly band, the Serial Killers.
Hard.
Serial Killers.
Dead
hard.
Kennedys. Like,
Kennedy.
take a step back from the familiarity of it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
fucking
Well,
hard.
heavy.
that's what's going to happen with the familiarity of when we get to the eventual topic of great bands with bad names.
Yeah,
the
because you're so
familiarity
familiar,
of
you
reeling it
accept
off.
it. Right,
right,
Da-da-da,
right.
da-da-da, da-da-da. And I'm like, yo, again, not going to get into it now. You know, different place, different time. Like, my favorite band has the worst name ever.
Yeah.
So we'll get into that at another
Yeah,
time.
I got one
But-
too.
But yeah, I mean, there's
Agnostic Front. That's
I said
one of
that
the
to
greatest
Jackie,
fucking
too.
band
Agreed.
names ever.
Madball is amazing.
Yep,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Madball is amazing.
I mean,
amazing.
Black Flag. That's
Sheer Terror.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Sheer
My-
Terror might be
be
the name
No,
I'm
I'm
the
gonna tell
most
you.
jealous of.
My favorite punk rock name of all time, punk rock band name of all time, Poison Idea.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's some heavy shit.
What's the name of Lilka's band that I put over? The Poison Idea?
Oh, fuck. I forget.
Venomous Concept.
Yeah.
It's only brilliant because of
Right,
you know, Poison Idea.
sure.
Speaking of Lilka, Nuclear Assault,
Heavy.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a good one.
fits that band perfectly.
Brutal
Yeah, it
Truth.
does.
Right.
That's a great
Yeah, I
band
mean,
name.
there's been
Murphy's Law is a great
Yeah.
fucking
That's a great
hardcore
band.
name
Jackie said that
for
the
how
other
they
day.
and
Yeah.
for how they sound
Yep.
too.
Yep.
Cro-Mags, great name.
That's a
Jackie
good
said
one.
that. Jackie said that's her favorite punk rock band name. The
What?
Cro-Mags.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I
I mean,
can
that's
see that.
I'm not mad at that.
I can
That's
see
like-
that.
I'm not mad at all. I mean, I think Black Flag is brilliant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I said, I
Minor Threat is a great
That
name
is-
for
that
a
is
bunch
a-
of teenagers.
no, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
Fucking
amazing.
suicidal tendencies.
Yeah.
Amazing,
yeah,
amazing,
that's a great one.
amazing. Mike Muir, what up?
Yeah.
That's amazing. No, that was a good gimmick though.
Yeah, we
But I
had a
think
lot of
Like
fun
that.
talking about it.
We got to keep
so.
that in mind, and when that shit just pops up, just
Yeah, like in the middle of a
Throw it
Middle of
out
a
there.
serious conversation, be like, the Charms!
Yeah, in the
Darby Crash.
yeah, in the middle of like dead ass, like
Yeah.
talking about a deceased relative. Yo, possessed.
Talking about a
Right,
dead
right.
fucking dog dedication.
Fucking dog dying.
Goddamn death dedication. That kind of
well-
leads into another thing that
Yeah, it
that
does a
Gavin
little
brought
bit.
up.
I guess what we do is we attempt to create a topic every
And
week.
speaking of segues,
Whether or not that manifests itself, we always end up talking shit for a couple hours either
Yeah.
way. Because that's what we're going to do regardless of if the mic's on.
Right.
And that's what the podcast is based on. The fact that y'all would just sit here with me
Yep.
while I recorded and we would talk shit.
Before Scott even flipped the switch on, we had at least 2 hours.
It's a
of
podcast
talking
about
shit.
nothing.
Yeah. With the pod.
What's the deal with Vinnie Paz?
So Gavin hits me with a text. Do you want me to set this up or do you? Because it is your story.
I don't care.
I don't like that answer, man. I mean, like, what?
Go ahead, tell him about the text, and I'll take it from there.
All right.
Go ahead, go ahead.
So no, he gets this. We text early in the morning because I'm up from the night before. He's up getting the kids ready to school. So he's charged up that he's doing what he's doing, and I'm charged up that I can't go to sleep. You know what I mean? So we're both firing on all cylinders.
Little sidebar, we're both on like 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah, we're
doing
both
this.
at the same time, like, bah.
I mean, currently, right now.
Yeah. Oh, no, right now I'm on 4.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
on
on
6,
5.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
6 in a combination of
Like 4 and 2
overnight
or something.
and nap.
Yeah.
So he goes, that's why I drank a Rebu, which is poison.
Yeah.
So he goes, question. So
I like that.
So I go,
Query.
So I go, you tell me right now I'm driving to your house. He goes, yo, you know who I hate? And I'm like, if you don't tell me right now, I'm taking an Uber to your house.
Yes.
That's all right. So he goes, yeah, there's this dude, and like, he's got the gimmick going on. And I already understand what he says. The listeners don't, but that's why I'm going to let him build on it. and I see him when I'm taking I think it's Kaylee to school, but maybe not.
Well, it's not at school. It's in the process of that. I see this dude.
And he does. Now, there's this thing that we used to do in the 80s and 90s where you see someone, if a kid had an EPMD shirt on or a Minor Threat shirt on.
Absolutely.
Or an NWA shirt on or a Slayer shirt on, anything of this ilk, you give a little head nod. And the head nod is like,
I recognize you.
We're on the same trip.
You recognize me.
Now, for me, that's been something since I'm 10 years old.
Absolutely.
It's just been, it's like they say, what's the golden rule?
I think half of us met.
Yeah, through the head nod, probably.
Through that.
I know my dealings with Gavin were a head nod and him being like, this little dude's all right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's almost like, look, the rest of the world's going to beat us up. Me and you head nod.
Well,
we can at least fight.
Yeah, well, I'm
the
gonna cut in. Nobody beating me up, but yeah, all right.
Well,
so I that's the alley oop. I'm gonna let Gavin really build on it because it gets deeper with from tattoo culture to subculture. It gets deeper. So I just wanted to throw the oop for him. So
AO.
What's an AO? No.
It gets deeper. It gets deeper with him.
I mean, you're reaching.
Fucking go.
I mean, you're reaching. You're reaching.
AO.
We can also at some point, Pablo, remind me how you use how you use that incorrectly. Pablo, write that down.
It's written.
Pablo, write that down.
Whoa,
That's hard.
Yeah, you use
that's hard
incorrectly. Gavin.
I just
That was correct.
Okay.
My God.
I see this dude, you know, like for the past couple of years around this place where I gotta be. I see him
Pop
like
for that.
Yeah. I see him like once a month maybe. And in the past couple years, I have acknowledged this guy like, hey, what's up? Yo.
This
head nod.
is a younger dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he's between 25 and 29. He's not 30. I would be surprised if he was 30.
Yeah, but you gotta tell him why you would even acknowledge.
I'm gonna. So
he's getting there. Settle down.
The thing with this dude is, I put this on Facebook the other day, and I got a lot of feedback from it, and some interesting feedback, and some wrong interpretation of what I was saying.
There was a lot of shit I wanted to jump in on,
Right.
and two things came from that. A, the text you sent me, I was like, yeah, well, I'll just meet you in the morning and we'll slap the ghost out this motherfucker. And that's how we left it.
Right.
And then when you posted it, you were like, yo, you saw how many people wrote on my shit? This might be a topic.
Right.
Because like 40 people wrote and like 30 people understood and like 10 were so wrong.
Right.
And then I don't want to have to get into the deal.
Right.
So I'm like, yo, and then you hit me and you're like, yo, that deal? This is a deal for this week's gimmick. And I was like, all right. Sorry to cut you off.
So I acknowledge this guy, and he gives me nothing. Now this dude is like heavily tattoos on his neck, on his hands. He's definitely what I would call a newer hardcore guy. The thing that was misinterpreted on Facebook for some people was that I give a shit that this guy is not acknowledging me. It's not about this guy. My question is, when did attitudes in sort of a subculture type person change where you don't acknowledge somebody else who is at the very least sort of on the same page with you?
July 3rd, 1995. I'm just making it up.
All right.
I'm not mad at that date, though.
Yeah, I think I had a good day that day.
I mean, I might have.
You asked when? I was my best guess.
Like, at what point? Because for me, it was always, you see somebody who's a little bit out there on any level and kind of into anything you might be into, you kind of, hey, what's up kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Dog, I haven't been on a skateboard in 20 years.
Right.
If I see a skater kid tomorrow,
Head nod.
Right.
He gets the head nod.
Yep.
Now he might do the same shit that this kid did to you.
Well,
then I gotta grip him up and be like, yo, you're only allowed to skate in the city because motherfuckers like me
right.
fought for it. And so where does that lead us?
I'm not insulted by this guy's actions, this specific guy.
You're more baffled.
I'm just curious as to when things changed where you don't do that anymore, because that's all I've ever known.
So hold on,
I got
Sicko,
a
real quick.
fucking
Hold
theory
on.
right off the bat.
All right, I'll let you talk and then I'm gonna go because I want to address your Facebook post. But go ahead.
Well, I think it's like when it wasn't organic and you didn't learn it from the street. You fucking watched it on TV or somebody post about it, and you were like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be fucking hardcore. I'm gonna fucking get inked up head to toe. And I'm gonna fucking put on the outfit, and then I'm gonna be hardcore. And then I'm gonna be so hardcore that
is 1,000% part of
my
it.
insecurities." Maybe I don't know everything I know, but I sure fucking look the part. I'm gonna fucking snub the guy that looks.
I'm
like
gonna try
me,
to out
'cause
hardcore
I'm
the
gonna play
hardcore
cooler
guy.
than you. Exactly.
I'm gonna try to outcool the cool guy.
Definitely.
A few of our friends that we love said that on the post, and I'm not mad at anything you just said. That's
certainly
good.
an element of it.
There was 1,000% that's an element of it. I just want to say to address some people, and again, I'm not talking about anyone specific, so I don't want to hear about anything on Facebook. Some people they're just scared of you, bro, because you'll fuck them up. I'm like, Gavin ain't trying to.
Yeah, like I'm not,
Why is he saying yo then?
right.
You're right.
Yo, what's up? I'm gonna fuck you up.
But I felt that like some people jumped in thinking that Gavin was like ODing on the attack mode, where he wasn't stating that. He was stating, when did this die? When did the camaraderie die?
In that particular incident, I thought the dude could have misinterpreted Gavin's actions as him trying to fuck with him.
No, but it's been years. This doesn't happen one time. You understand that, right?
No, I understand that. I'm saying I'm putting it on the dude, like he don't know any better.
Plus,
What dude?
you spoke about this a little bit.
No. You're still not listening
The
to
fucking
me.
army dude.
It happened. He sees the same dude.
Right.
So how are
in
you?
a very, very
How are you
PG venue?
How are you chalking it up to one time when it's happened 30 times?
Because perhaps he thinks Gavin, for whatever reason, is trying to intimidate him because he doesn't know Gavin.
He's saying hi. He's saying hi.
You haven't, but does he? I'm saying the dude's misinterpreting that he doesn't know that Gavin's saying hi.
All right, so
Well,
let's say
instead of he's giving him that head nod, maybe he thinks Gavin's doing.
let's say he's trying to intimidate him. So it's been 3 years. He's still trying to do that every day.
Well, yeah.
Nah, I'm not buying it.
I'm
You're
saying
really
it's
intimidating a guy if it's taking you 3 years. Scary.
Like,
I
he
think
would
it's the
already
exact opposite. I think he's got inside the dude's head. Like, I got to see this
Nah,
dude
You're
every day.
Pablo,
overthinking
you're
it.
right. He would have slapped the ghost
Yeah.
out of him already if he had heat.
You don't know that.
Here's my guess.
either you thinking like a pussy, or you're not understanding how Earth
Yeah.
works, dog. Like
How Earth works.
Right,
Cigarette in there.
right, absolutely, 100%. Write that down in all capital letters. You don't understand how Earth works.
Yo, if I walk in somewhere where there's squares and I head nod somebody because he got a Misfit
well,
shirt
that's-
on and it's blown, this dude look kind of crazy. I think I saw a gun out of his pocket. Yeah, and that's it. 3 years later, like I'm walking up to the dude and I'm like, yo, son, let me ask you a question, B. I've been giving you the head nod for 3 years and you know selling me. So if it's a problem, you're going to catch a mash out. So you got two options: mash out or apologize.
Well, especially in
Pop it on mash out.
I mean, that's where I'm at. Like, Gavin don't want to take it there, but I'm awake at the time that he take his babies to school. So one day I'm gonna just roll with him and be like, "Yo, I'm gonna just go up to son and be like, yo, you see this man? This is my OG. This is the most kind-hearted person in the world, but he don't play that bullshit. So either you pay homage or we gonna have to slap the ghost out you. Because the only reason you allowed to walk around this city and not get vic'd is because we set the precedent. And that's 100 right there. He's allowed to walk around because of us.
Well,
that's 100.
To your point, Sicko might be right around about 95, because at 95, punk rock went mainstream for a couple of years.
Yeah.
So this dude don't know what it's like to be fucking intimidated by wearing Docs or wearing a fucking punk rock
somebody
shirt.
said that. Jamie Davis said that on my Facebook thing.
He didn't do the struggle.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said these kids,
He's
they
right.
don't
Jamie
know.
No, because Jamie Davis is an OG, and Jamie
Right.
Davis understands that, and
Right.
he's right.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, and let me pose this question before we all delve into this. I'm going to pose a simple question, because I know that there's a lot to talk about when it comes to when did subculture, and of course we agreed it's hip hop, it's punk rock, it's
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, right.
You know what I mean? And can it even be called subculture anymore once it gets to this point? Anyway,
That's what I'm saying.
agreed. But what I'm saying is, when you have an OG like Jamie Davis say that, like, does this kid have to be reprimanded in a verbal way? Do I have to go slap the dog shit out of him? Because to me, I do. But then there's going to be hardcore vegan straight edge kids that are like, you're the violent part of hardcore. I'm like, I am, and I was when I was 10. So come beat me up then. Does he need to be fucking reprimanded?
In my opinion, no. It goes back to the thing we talk about all the time. You know, the old Howie line, like, you can't hip a chump. Like, you don't know, you don't know.
Okay, now
See-
here's the hold on real
Okay.
quick, and then
Go ahead.
you're going to build on what I say.
Go ahead.
Is this an isolated incident, or let's just pick an age that he is? Just make one up. 28? Is every 28-year-old like this kid?
That's my question.
Okay, so there's the now build. Sicko.
Well,
And
only
I'm-
thing I was gonna say, and this is just occurring to me now, so it's not thought out. I'm kind of going through it, so I may be way off the mark here. But I'm thinking of how I came up, how we all came up in this room, and I think every one of us can point to one or two, three people in our lives that schooled us, that showed us the way and taught us things. I'm thinking perhaps it's on us as a generation for not schooling that generation and teaching them. Maybe that kid don't know.
I mean, I have something to say back to that, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
A good part of my behavior, particularly in punk rock, well, in subculture, skateboard culture, punk rock, hardcore, metal, hip hop. Then, I mean, obviously hip hop's not subculture no more. We'll talk about that later into this discussion. We're going back 30 years. To me, half of it was being taught the ropes, quote unquote.
Right.
But the other half was how I was fucking raised. Like, to me, I'm questioning how this motherfucker was raised. It's not just like his hardcore badge, his tattoo badge, his fucking little hipster haircut badge. When OG is giving him the nod and he's giving him the no sell, like, yo, wasn't you raised right, B? Your mom told you was someone polite to you, right? Am I wrong? Did your mom tell you that?
No, you're
When you was a
absolutely
little kid, Steven, if someone gives you something, say thank you.
Absolutely.
If someone shakes your hand, stick your hand out. Your pop told you, shake a man's hand when he offers it. Give him a firm handshake. I'm talking about the basic, I'm talking about Bible, basic instructions before leaving earth. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about very simplistic things. And that's, do you feel what I'm saying, though? Before we delve further, I'm talking about humanity now.
I do. The way this guy kind of no-sells it, it's not.
Like, is it ignorance or is
No.
it willful?
I know.
Like, I'm no selling you.
No, it's not full on that he's no-selling me. I know that he is, but it's not that blatant.
Right.
I think it's that he's basically just adopted this as a fashion, not as a movement, not as
Okay,
a fucking. It's just a fashion to him. He's seen it.
Let me
He's
agree with
adopted
you
it.
for a second.
I don't think it has the relevance to the music and the culture that it should have and it used to have, and I think that's where it fucking ends. And I
but
think
let
he
me
looks
ask
at
you a
you.
let me ask
and
you a
goes,
question.
You're not on my shit. I think he looks at you and goes, "You're the real deal."
Some
And
people
I
said
don't know
that
what
on
the
your
fuck that is.
Some people said that on your post.
So I'm turning
definitely.
my head.
Right.
But let me ask you a question about that. When you no sell an OG, that's a universal. That's ass whooping. That's all I'm saying.
Could be.
Whatever he do is on him. That's his right as a human being in this world in 2016. But if I'm there and you no-sell the OG, I'm going to slap the ghost out you. Now, I'm not disagreeing with nothing you said other than the fact that when you no-sell any of my fam, if Pablo goes to give someone a pound and they give him the Heisman, you at very least getting stepped to. Like, yo, my man just reached out. You ain't see him or something? Mm-hmm. You ain't see his hand? And then that's when they tucked it. Oh, my bad. Right. I ain't seeing him.
What you're saying is that you're still assuming that he would know.
I don't know what this motherfucker knows. What I know is we record this show real late, so I'm about to take Gavin home and just sit in the crib and go check this motherfucker. Because now he needs to be checked.
I can't say that he no-sells to the point that it's an insult, because then I would have a really hard time not saying anything to this dude. He more sells it like
I already have a whoa. I have a whoa.
Go ahead.
In recent months, I've said to you, you're giving people more credit.
No, I'm not on this. Because I don't know this guy. I don't care.
Right, all right, but have we not had that talk?
Of course.
Because you've defended some things that have gone down.
Of course.
And I'm like, yo, man, like...
You're keeping it in a clinical question kind of situation.
If he tells me he's keeping it clinical, then I believe him. But... Like he has given people the benefit of the doubt that don't deserve it lately.
This guy's nothing.
No, but I'm just making sure
people on a different level.
He has had repeated behavior.
It's true.
Of giving people the benefit of the doubt. Where I go, look, man,
jeez,
I'm about to chin check this.
We can't tell the people this.
He's a
good-hearted. Can you show me the nod?
I'm trying to.
Can you show me what the nod is?
I'm not mad at that. I would usually be like, you're a retard. I hate you.
You'll be mad in 2 seconds.
Let's do a test.
Well, first of all, I'm trying to live like a righteous man. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
And I'm trying to.
Oh, that's what you're doing.
Right on, brother.
Yeah. So what's the nod look like?
I'll get up and fucking do it right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Hold on.
All right,
Please
hold on. We got to get a little video of this.
All right, so you're coming in the gimmick.
I'm coming in the deal. All right. I got the gimmicks on.
Yeah.
Got the glasses on.
Sicko's the guy. Of course.
There's the guy.
You're the guy. Well, you're closest to me.
Jeff's up. Sicko's getting up
I can't get
to portray the guy.
No.
Right.
I'm looking at my phone.
Walking down. Yeah, that's what he does. This is what you're being dude. I'm walking down the deal. Right? You look up. I go. So. And he kind of plays it off like he didn't quite see me, didn't quite whatever.
All right, have you uttered the word?
I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, this dude's like, why has this dude been fucking with me for 4 years? I'm shook. If I say and do the wrong thing, this dude's going to stab me in the face. So I'm going to keep to myself.
Do you get
all
the
right,
looks on?
I have three.
Of course he does.
Scott.
I have 3 words to answer Sicko's.
Scott,
that was a joke. I have my theories about this.
Yes, I do have the looks.
I think it's a generational thing. The phone is a big thing in it because guessing his age. We'll use. I hate using the term, but we'll call him a millennial, whatever it is.
Yeah,
it's millennial. He's a
Generation
millennial. It's a thing. It's a self-absorbed thing. This dude. Like, I think you're kind of looking at it wrong. Like, let me rephrase that.
I may be, because you're not the only one who's. A lot of people had the same answer, and I'm like, really?
I don't think this dude. Like, I mean, even if he
a lot of people buy Garth Brooks records.
Even if this dude owns hardcore records, I don't think in his mind he's like associates himself.
All right, now I'm going to ask you a bigger question. What's going to happen when I stand next to him and we both give him the nod? Because that's the next fucking step.
You're a belligerent motherfucker. And like,
he's not.
That's going to confuse the shit out of him. The two of you, give him the nod. He's running.
When did belligerent come into my repertoire?
He's going to think this guy brought his fucking shooter with him. And now I'm really dead.
I mean,
belligerent.
That's what it is.
Belligerent.
I'm no selling that. I think the heat got to him.
It did.
I mean, belligerent. I'm a lot of things.
Are you
isn't one of them.
Are you telling me that you wouldn't be belligerent
No, here's
in
the
this
thing.
situation?
Now, this dude is not full on looking at me like, and I'm like, what's up? And he's like, nothing. That's
Right.
not the case.
Right.
Because then I'd be like, motherfucker, fuck you. You know what I mean? But
That's what needs to be done.
He doesn't know what the fuck you're about. He doesn't know if you're a threat or
I
not.
think you actually have a point that I didn't think of.
No.
Well, listen to this for a second. Listen to this for a second.
No.
Listen to this for 1 second.
No.
Am I, because I have a certain knowledge from time and whatever, I can sort of see in this kid that he's somewhat involved, but this kid can't see it in me.
No.
Yes.
No. Blow. Come on,
I don't
rock
think
with
it's
me,
that.
bro.
I think
Rock with me. This boy is new age pussy.
he doesn't feel he's part of a thing that you think is a thing.
Well, that's my question.
He thinks he listens to music and that's it because of the age that he came up in. He didn't come up in a close-knit scene that you only knew about from learning from other people.
Definitely.
Like he likes a few bands and a few shirts and he's got tattoos.
Let's say I agree with you and the Gavin. None of this validates his behavior.
Well, then it gets into what some of the people on Facebook were saying.
None of this validates his behavior. There is no scenario. P, back me up. If you don't want to back me up, you obviously don't have to. He at very least deserves a check. I don't mean physical. At very least deserves like, yo, man, it's been like 3 years.
After 3 years, I'd be like, yo, man, not for nothing. I'd be like, yo, I ain't hitting on you, what you might think. I'm just trying to say what's up.
Hold on, now let me build off after that. Then when he comes sideways, then I'm going to slap the fucking ghost out.
I know you are.
He ain't coming sideways to me.
But what I'm saying is, it don't got to go there for anybody who thinks it's like a tough guy thing. No, you respect OG, but at this point, it needs to be like, yo, money. Let me tell you something. I've been giving you the OG nod for 3 years. Do I have to teach you about
what an OG nod is?
Well,
That's not my problem.
let me say one thing. Let me
when
just
a kid
clarify.
says to me,
and I agree with what you said originally about the home training.
When a kid says to me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, fuck your mother, and then I find him in person, and he says, oh, that was just the internet, B, and you think that I'm not going to thump him out because of that?
Well,
you're fucking crazy.
Right. What I'm saying
is, you taking this out.
I'm differentiating, and I think I agree more with what you said earlier about his home training and courteousness and just a not even a stranger, someone you've seen far more than once is making an attempt to...
Okay, so now he got to be checked for the fact that he wasn't raised right. And I've checked many people that way. I check people from rappers to hardcore artists to punk rockers to people who to showrunners who come back
do not disagree with
you. Who walk in the room, put something in the fridge, and walk out. And I say, "Excuse me, you don't say hello."
Plus, I don't think like by explaining what the fuck he may or may not be, we're trying to defend.
Well,
him
can I?
Anyway?
Well, I'm the one who's the lead. I'm the one who thinks he should be catch a mash out. So I'm the wrong one. He's these two would somehow defended him. Pablo thinks he should be at least checked.
Simply trying to explain.
Let me clarify one thing though. I have seen this dude for 3 years, but the head nod thing the other day was the third. Probably second, but third time I did it. It is not an everyday. It's not like I walk by this dude every day and I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" And
That's
he's like,
what
"Nothing."
I meant by the dude is shook.
This has only happened a couple of times. It just
This
stuck
dude
with
is
me
not
the
a
other
part-
day, not because I'm insulted by dude on any level.
No doubt.
I'm just curious as to when it changed. That was my question.
I mean, Sicko's kind of got a point. This dude, anybody can look like you in 2 months. They get tatted, they go to Hot Topic, get some gear. They look like you. You think they're us, but they're not.
I'm not mad at that.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
He doesn't think of himself as part of anything that you're a part of, and he's wondering, why is this dude fucking with me
No,
now?
I think he thinks he's a part of something until he sees him.
Agreed.
Agreed. That's hard too.
I think he sees.
Excellent.
I think he's at
point.
that coffee shop. He thinks he's the cat's meow, and then we walk in.
That.
And then now,
Right, but I
shit.
don't think what he thinks is the cat's meow has anything to do with
Meow,
what we're
meow.
talking about, subculture music.
When I hear the meow, meow, start running. Because when I hear the meow, meow, start coming. But what I'm saying
Like,
is,
I don't think this dude's identifying with In fact, I think if I have to get into this dude's head, I think he thinks he's more mainstream than anything because he's doing what everybody else does. Full sleeves of tattoos, neck tattoos that,
well, in that respect, I don't know what he's thinking. And I'll be real. I don't know in that respect.
I mean, I'm just guessing, obviously. I don't know.
I'm saying
seen
like
the
you,
dude.
but at a certain time, you got to get checked. Like, all right, let's delve deeper.
Have you heard the guy speak?
No.
So for all you know, he could be European.
It could be a
And that
deaf
throws
mute.
it right out the window.
What
right
if he's
there.
a deaf mute?
What if he's a deaf mute?
What if he's blind?
Could be.
And his phone is braille?
Could be.
What if he's Croatian?
Could be Croatian.
But you definitely made a
Could be.
valid point of when did this disconnect happen?
Could be yes.
Because
Could
you
be
can
no.
find another example. Maybe it's not this dude, but you can find another example of someone of that same age who identifies hardcore. You could find them at a hardcore show and would probably have the same behavior. Because I feel there is a disconnect in people that came up after us.
All right, let's go one step further.
Please do.
How, I'm not going to talk about me. I'm going to ask you guys about me. How spoiled are you that you had a kid that was 10 years old around you who was as hardcore and as punk rock as you? Do you now?
Well, you didn't have to be
Who was
taught
that?
nothing. That was good.
It was. Do you now, is that applicable when you see a young kid? Are you less inclined to call him Fugaga because you were like, well, Vinny was around when he was 10.
Nah,
That
because
kid's
you've
15.
always been a
I'll
different
tell you
case.
this. I'll tell you this. I had a conversation today for an hour with my boy Jeff Williams down in Charlotte. What's up, Jeff?
What up, Jeff?
What up?
And I said to him today, Vinny is a very unique
Yeah. You can't
circumstance.
use you as a case study because you
There's
defy
very
all fucking-
few people who were involved from the age you were. But
I was just
There's you and
But
Freddie
the
Madball. We said that last
I said in the
episode.
last episode, the only other person I know personally is Freddie Madball.
Right.
Now, everyone, can I just say this because I have to get it off my chest? Everyone has revisionist history, whether it's on Facebook or social media, that are my age. There seems to be a lot of shows they said they were at when I know I was with you guys.
I mean,
Is anyone going to agree with me? Yeah. No, a lot of
that's-
revisionist history. Anybody around my age.
absolutely.
half those shows I wish I wasn't at.
Yeah, no.
Fuck, I ain't
No,
gonna-
this shit I didn't.
Right, right there.
No, there's shit I'm not saying I wanted to be at, but I was at. them.
I'm saying,
What I'm saying
motherfucker,
is-
you're gonna lie about that. I wish I wasn't there.
There's a lot of like,
Exactly.
remember when we, and I do the we. Who's we, white man?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
All right, so I'm
I
sorry.
see
Go
it
ahead,
all the
Sicko.
time.
Go ahead.
I mean, there's kids that want to know the history.
Oh,
You know what
I
I'm saying?
know.
They want to look at a
Certainly.
Jedi Mind record, see who your influences are, and then buy all those records, read all those books.
Sure.
And then some people just don't give a shit.
Okay, so I was talking to Williams today, and it came up. We were talking about Vinny or whatever, but in general, we were agreeing that bands like Green Day or whoever the fuck you're going to use is a gateway to other better things, and everybody's got to start somewhere. So no, I'm not because of you, but I'm always into somebody getting smartened up to things that I like, regardless of what it is,
Agreed.
And if you come proper and say, hey, hit me to this, like I'll come to you and say, yo, what's the deal with blah blah blah? Do you know anything about blah blah blah?
No, and same thing with me. I'm
of
like,
course.
I would be like, yo, should I like the foreskins more than I
Right.
do? Like,
Right.
because I dig them.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
and then that gets into like, yo, right place, right time.
Sure.
Maybe they didn't hit me at the right time
Right.
because I love. Then I love another band more than them that came out 2 years earlier.
Right,
So
and it's there's the sign of somebody who's proper, in my opinion, is they're willing to admit that they don't know everything, and you're always learning.
When you do that, when you admit you know nothing, I'm in.
Yeah, and motherfuckers who think they know everything are the issue.
Oh
for
no,
me.
I'm getting told by 24-year-olds about hardcore 7 inches.
Get the fuck out of here.
Here's something I want to talk about, and I'm just building on what you're saying. Somehow, like, I didn't bring it up, but someone was talking about whack MCs. And everyone was tweeting me MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice. I'm like, yo, let me tell you something, man. There was a kid who bought an MC Hammer tape, but he walked into the rap aisle and bought EPMD.
Right.
There's a kid who walked into the rap aisle and bought Vanilla Ice and stumbled upon Poor Righteous Teachers. So you can't really tell me
What up, Wise?
how you.
Well, that's what me and Williams. Exactly. That's what me and Williams were
and
talking
Hammer had
about.
ill records in the
First Hammer
beginning.
record's solid.
Yo, if you say you ain't like Ice Ice Baby in the beginning, I ain't gonna hold you. You liar. I ain't gonna say the first year, but like the first week. Heads is like, oh, that shit all right. They looped Prince. They looped Raspberry Beret, remember?
Raspberry Beret.
Raspberry Beret. No, when they looped that Freddie Mercury shit, I was like, all right, like this shit all right for a week, and then I saw Sun, and then whatever. But everything, if Green Day got you, if Green Day led you down to a path of now you listen to black metal, like have at it.
It's important. That shit's important, man. And the motherfuckers are all fucking fight. Like, man, you ain't fucking. You're not a student of the game, and you don't appreciate these fucking links. Am I going and putting on Green Day? No. But am I shooting on them? No. I don't give a fuck.
I went from U2 to The Cure to The Exploited.
There you go.
You ain't starting to exploit it,
bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
very rarely are you starting on that, and you got to have an older brother, somebody who's hipping you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For me, I got hipped to Sabbath and that shit. But as I've told, I mean, you guys know this because you're personal friends. But I've told you a million times, like, I felt like what they were playing, I dug some of it. I thought some of it was trash. I was like, I got to go deeper in some weird places, and that led to buying a lot of bad records, like Uncle Slam.
Oh, I remember that.
Yo, I wrote him.
I had that.
I wrote him. You know what's the worst? He was like, "Tell me right now, I'm coming to your house." I was like, "Uncle Slam." He's like, "Don't remember." Sent him the cover. He's like, "Remember?" Like it was just
the straight razor and the fucking
but like
parts.
And then like
I had that.
And then like it was like, all right, well, like what's more moody? The Cure. Like neither one of my brothers can name one Cure song. I was in 5th grade.
Who's worse?
Oh,
what?
Well done.
What?
Go ahead.
This dude
Okay.
or the bad guy from Karate Kid?
Johnny.
Karate Kid 1?
Yeah, Karate
Talking about Karate Kid 1?
Yeah, the Karate Kid guy.
Zabka. William Zabka.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Who's
Worse
worse?
than your two?
We need to give him a name.
Whoa.
Frederick.
Oh, I like that. That's a bad name.
Frederick Metalcore. Who's
Frederick
worse?
No Cell.
Oh my God.
Who's worse,
I bet it's
Frederick
more
Metalcore or William Zabka?
I'm going to piss myself.
Who's William Zabka, the Karate Kid guy?
How dare you?
Sweep the leg,
Yeah,
Gavin.
the Karate Kid guy.
Yo, he's worse.
No, he's not sweep the leg. Is he?
He's
Johnny.
He's telling Zach
Johnny,
Yeah.
sweep the leg.
The Karate Kid guy's worse. He's awful.
What if our band's name is Cobra Kai?
It should be.
Kubi?
I'm feeling that.
Kubi, no.
we
We can't tell him.
Kubi Ralph Macchio will come knocking.
Kubi Ralph Macchio's the name of our band.
Sidebar, last Saturday I watched Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, which is one of my favorite movies. And then I watched Karate Kid Part 2.
Uh-huh.
Which
The
one?
speed-
Is Karate Kid Part 2 the one with the Steven Seagal Fugaga dude?
No,
Or is that
that's
3?
No,
Three.
that's where Sato, they go back to Japan.
I
they
hate
go to
Part
Japan.
2.
Sato
Yeah.
helps to save the...
Yeah,
I
Part
hate
2
Part 2.
sucks.
I like Part 3
as well.
with the Fugaga Steven Seagal.
Yo, the fucking speed difference between Chow Yun Fat and fucking Al from Happy Days.
What?
Like Al, like fucking
Wait, pause.
Yeah.
You're getting this all wrong. First of all, it's Arnold from Happy Days, not Al.
What'd I say?
Ow.
Al is the fat Italian
It's
guy.
all the same.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
Arnold,
Al was the one who did
Arnold's the fucking
the frozen
guy.
dinner commercials.
Yeah, but yeah. And Arnold's the fucking is Mr. Miyagi, who the restaurant's named after.
So I thought he
Arnold
replaced them. They're same character, but
Al,
Miyagi
no, man. Al,
get out of here.
Fuck.
He's jumping the shark, literally.
Listen to me.
He's literally
they're the
jumping.
same character. He replaced him.
In the beginning,
He thinks a Chinaman replaced an Italian.
That's how crazy it was
listen
in
to me.
CBS back in the day.
No, listen to me.
Yo, he thinks.
Arnold was the original guy for the first 3-4 seasons.
Okay.
Right?
He quit to go do fucking movies or Karate Kid, whatever the fuck he did.
Right.
And Al came in and quote bought the business.
Right.
He
And-
thinks they're the same guy. That
Remember,
the
and then
Chinaman took his place.
Chachi fucking burned it down, and they
I remember
reopened
that.
it as
I remember that.
Al's.
Now I remember that.
Big Al. Al Molinaro.
You missed
Al
the whole thing.
Molinaro with the commercials for the frozen food.
Yeah.
I'll be over.
He
at
thinks
7.
it's the same thing.
As fucking Arnold?
Yes. So admit that you think it's the same
Yeah,
thing.
and what happened to Richie's older brother?
What happened to
Chuck?
Six, the black guy?
Yeah,
I'll tell you this: he always comes through right when he's about to take that L. Right when he's about to take that L. What happened to Richie's older brother?
Chuck left after season 1. I don't know why I know all this, but Chuck left after season 1.
You're like you're like the Lenny, and we got to bring Lenny in for a strictly Brady Bunch episode. He knows.
Oh, so do I.
Yo, like ODs.
So do I.
I
Like,
know a little bit.
I mean,
it's so stupid, but I know everything.
All right, so
Yeah.
it's like a war gimmick.
I'm in.
All right.
You know
I'm in.
pork chops and applesauce?
Yeah.
Pork chops and applesauce. It's the new Jan Brady with her boyfriend, George Glass.
George Glass.
When she looks at the
Right.
Yeah. George Glass.
But
Well, and the fucking, what they call themselves? The silver platters.
Silver
when they tried to win the
platters.
platter.
so
And
what
when
I
it's
mean,
time to change
it's the real
who you are and what you're gonna be.
Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na-na.
At that point, they were the Brady Six. Thank you very much.
Is that
Silver
when Oliver
Platters-
came in?
No.
When did Oliver's come in?
Last season, because they thought the kids were getting too old and
Yep.
the cute
They
factor
needed
was
a cute
gone.
kid.
Yeah,
needed
but
a
they
cute-
brought in Oliver.
just the last season though.
And with the dog gimmick.
What you know about the Peppermint Patty Choir? What the
Peppermint Patty Choir.
Who actually sang
That's hard.
the first 2 seasons sang the Brady Bunch theme song.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's called Peppermint something.
Just
like
leave it
Peppermint
alone and let the
Trolley
Lenny
Car.
Paz. We're
that
gonna
I
bring him
don't
in.
All
know.
right.
All right, I'm gonna rein this back in.
Hold
We're
on, just
talking about
real quick. Who won the Who's Worse? Because I
Karate
laughed so
Kid,
hard at
dude.
Frederick, I literally almost peed myself.
Karate Kid, dude.
All right, thank you. Go on.
I have a Who's Worse. Who is the reigning champion? Is it Fred Durst?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah.
thought. I want to say I beat
Yes.
him.
Yes.
If this fucking loses, I quit the podcast.
Oh, we going for the championship?
Yes.
Okay.
He's now. Keep in mind that he said all bets are off and it's Thunderdome.
Yeah.
That it could be a band
So-
or anything.
well, so
don't
everybody-
gauge it that it's not a person.
So
All right,
everybody
that's the
knows.
rules.
So everybody knows. We decided the other day.
No, you decided.
I decided the other day that Who's Worse is absolutely 100% all day, all night Thunderdome.
Agreed, but-
we are trying to find out what the worst
Thing.
existence on the planet is.
And I'm going to beat it now with a 2-syllable one word.
Ready.
Sublime.
Oh.
And their fans.
For me, you just beat it. You beat Durst all day. Sublime.
I defy any of you to ever beat this.
I have. Oh yeah, because there's way more terrible fans, and those fucking songs get played.
They still
so
get played.
Yo,
often.
there's
Like
a
at the
Fred
very
Durst
least, we
is out
don't
of my
hear
life.
exactly.
Yo,
Exactly.
There's a
exactly.
person who I believe is friends with all of us, but definitely friends with me,
Yeah.
who used the word genius and classics when posting one of these songs. Not only did I half vomit, I mean, rich suburban white kid heroin addicts that bite hip hop loops and reggae rhythms with a white guy singing over it. I just defy you. He makes Fred Durst look like
Yeah, I agree.
And since you added the fans too, yeah, that's the champ.
excellent.
Yeah. If we had added Limp Bizkit fans, it might be more of a battle.
where I'm
but
at.
I don't
That's where
feel
I'm
like
at.
Limp
Well,
Bizkit
those
fans
Limp
are like
Bizkit fans got stuck in 1994.
like there's people still
Sublime?
posting
Yeah.
about Sublime right
And
now.
Like I don't run into 1994 every
and
day.
coming into the shop and getting a tattoo with a deal. Like I know the Sublime deal because motherfuckers get it tattooed.
And you can flip the dial and hear that shit every day.
Agreed.
Yo, I put
What's
them.
worse?
Oh boy, fuck.
The Pina Colada song
Oh shit.
or Hotel California?
Pina colada. Sicko, I told you the other day, man, you're going down the wrong road with this.
See, I think Hotel
You're-
California.
No, it's
Pina colada.
It absolutely is not. Now,
You put on both songs right now and say you gotta listen to one of these.
Hotel California.
I'm listening to Hotel
all day
California
long,
all day
all
long.
day
Really?
All day long.
And I'm trying to interpret devil messages.
Absolutely.
And,
Yes.
and I want
All
to
day
watch
long.
Don Henley's afro and him play
Yeah,
drums.
yeah, and you cannot kill the
Singing
beast.
drummers are the
Right.
worst things ever.
Negative.
No,
Check out
bullshit.
anytime you like.
Bullshit.
What about what
Bullshit.
I like about you? The fucking romantics.
Bullshit.
Fuck out of here. See, you're all twisted up, man.
Yeah,
Like,
man,
you're-
he's all caught up in the twisted up in the deal, man.
fucking twisted up, man.
All right, so
All right, look,
do
we
we
got-
have a new Who's Worse?
Yes, we
Yeah,
do.
we do.
Okay, so as of now,
Pablo,
Rainy,
Google the guy's name
Who are we talking about?
from Sublime.
The guy who died.
The guy who died.
I wouldn't know his name.
Yeah.
Neither would I. I believe, and ironically,
D-Zood,
I believe,
Who keys out,
ironically, his
keys
first name
out.
is either Brad or Chad.
Oh, you're
Freeze
right.
up.
You're right.
Which
You're
would
right.
perfectly
Brad
Sublime.
Heroin, that's his name.
Yeah. And I please don't write me and say that you agree with me. Write me and tell me if you like Sublime so I can cut you out of my
Right.
life via social
Absolutely.
media or my real life.
If you hadn't gone Sublime,
Wait, you better not say where you're going because that could be a who's worse. You can't.
it's already dead. I'm going to put it out there.
I don't-
I
what
got
you
to just say, I'm just going to say, it's not really Who's Worse, but it could be unless you
You're
think.
making me look at this
All right.
fucking guy's face.
Who's Worse?
Okay.
Sublime
Yeah.
and their fans
Yeah.
I know what he's going to say. I think.
or 311?
I was going to do the same one. I was going to do the
Because
same
not
one.
only do you have white suburban kids who are jacking reggae rhythms and hip hop culture,
All right, I'm gonna
they are even worse sounding.
Can you say his name before?
Terrible guitar
Bradley
tones.
Noel.
Bradley
Brad.
Noel.
There you go.
Nowell.
No, Bradley Noel. All right, so 311
And their fans.
and their fans verse Sublime and their fans.
And don't
Go
front. You
around
still
the
see
room.
those
Go
311
around the
stickers,
room.
bumper stickers.
Go around the room.
on
Everybody
fucking-
vote. Go around the room.
What's
There
the
is
vote?
fucking.
311
Yeah,
versus Sublime.
I have a great answer for that.
I already
Go
know
around the
Pablo's
room.
answer 1,000%. So
think
you want
I
me to
just
All right,
start?
then state your last. Go.
1,000% Sublime.
I'm gonna say I only know that one 311 song, and it's so bad. So bad.
I don't know this. All
I'm
right.
gonna say Sublime by a hair because I know more of their
Can you
songs.
say by a cunt hair?
I hate when people say that.
Yeah,
So do
too.
I. I skeeve.
Disgusting.
I skeeve. That's why I
Austin
wanted you to
does
say
that
it.
shit.
I know.
I hate it. Go.
This is a tough one.
We got two Sublimes.
Sicko's got my back all
This
day.
is
I'm
a
not
tough
even
one.
questioning. He's saying it's tough to try to sell it.
but
He's trying to sell
by a cunt
WrestleMania.
hair.
Yeah.
I got to stick with Sublime.
Yeah.
Hang you. It's all, we've
You
already won.
but
But
we'll hear what
that's
you
it.
have to say.
but Pablo's got things to say.
Personally, I have to go 311.
Why?
I know.
He's got a personal
You're sitting
beef.
down,
Yeah.
I guess.
and you're not going to be surprised. This is my brother's favorite band.
Literally.
When you go in the car,
Yeah.
311's on 1,000.
Oh God.
It's on a
He's
fucking
the-
1,000, yo. And then
He's the perfect.
so, and here's why
he is 311.
and here's
He
why they
is.
should
He
win.
should be in the band.
Here's why they should win. Sublime's done, but 311's still playing, and they have what's called 311 Day, and they pick some place in America, and they
For
have
March 11th.
and they have it all. They have it all.
See,
day.
that adds to this.
My
And it can be
brother
picked
has-
up next episode. Look, we have
He's
look,
flown out
look,
to
what
these
we're doing
gimmicks
right now.
all day events.
What? He's gone.
He's gone to
attended?
like many of them.
Oh, God, yeah.
Where do they play?
They pick some place in America, and it fucking sells out, dude.
They pick a
Thousands.
play. It's like some
And
juggalo
thousands.
shit, bro.
Not know that.
311 fans are like juggalos, bro. So Scott Stallone, go ahead.
Insanity.
Well, you brought him up.
I
so-
brought it up. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean you know exactly what I'm
It is
going to
I
say.
close.
don't. I don't ever know.
See,
Well, no, it's still we still won. Sublime still won.
see, I still got to go with. See, 311 is not as much in my life as Sublime is. So I
Yeah.
still got to go with
That's what I'm
Sublime.
saying.
Like, yo, if
And not
I
only that, but the dude died. They got another dude now singing dude songs.
I didn't even know
Rome.
that.
It's called
Bro.
Rome. The guy's name is Rome with Sublime. That's the name of the band now. Rome with
Not
Sublime.
okay, man.
This is any good.
The fact that you know that scares me.
He knows a lot of shit.
in the
With that
business.
said, you're listening to the Broad Street Breakdown. This is Vinnie Paz with my Cody OG, Stevie Puerto Rico, Pablo, and Scott Stallone. Soup. We'll be back in a minute.
Yo, this is Baltazar Getty, a.k.a. Balti Paz, Vinnie Paz's little bro. You're listening to the Broad Street Breakdown in your face.
Yo, that yes.
That still wasn't
OG
as loud as it should have
Wagwan
been.
soldier.
Irie.
You read.
Wagwan star. Wah.
I forgot to throw my gum out, but I don't care.
I like that gimmick. OG
Nah,
will.
I'm not throwing
Yeah,
it out.
people don't
We got
like-
an email
Yeah,
once
the gum
about the gum
bothers
thing.
people.
Guess what? Now I'm showing it.
Fuck them.
Well, now I feel like me and you, Kubi with Scott, might have to do a reggae episode.
I'm in.
Still on?
Yeah.
Kubi?
I started reading that book you got me, and like it's
Oh, it's a
that
whole
shit
thing.
is like detailed.
It's a whole thing.
Like it's a read, man.
Well, I was trying to,
Yeah.
get your head right.
Well, it needs to be.
Kubi.
I mean,
But what I'm saying is Wagwan soul job, and then we send vibes to each other every day. Seeing?
Yeah.
No, because
it's
I mean,
hard to think of witty retorts in the deal. Yeah.
Sicko Wagwan soldier. So apparently, the boss, the OG, has said that we're gonna go from break into word association.
He has.
What was his
decreed.
logic? What was his logic?
Move it up. It gives us more time. Should we want to pontificate on things, as you are fond of saying, to elucidate on certain things
Elucidate.
that resonate with us?
Elucidate.
Resonate.
Elucidate.
I would love
I would love to elucidate.
So after we tell you to hit us up at info@broadstreetbreakdown.com and to go download us on iTunes and download the episodes from broadstreetbreakdown.com.
Download.
Download.
iTunes.
Subscribe.
Go to iTunes. Download.
Download.
Gotta download it.
All right. And
Indeed.
with that,
We are brought to you by No Slam Dancing, No Stage Diving, No Spikes, an oral history of the legendary City Gardens. Written by R. Cody, Amy Yates Wolfing, and Stevie Puerto Rico.
all right.
Crescent Street Tattoo. CrescentStreetTattoo.com. That's all you need to know. We at Found Sound Studios, South Filthy. Get a Scott Stallone, but don't, because y'all be biting my style. So we're going to get into what? A little bit of word association, Puerto Rico?
Little whizzle, a sizzle.
Whizzle, a sizzle is.
Which way we going?
I say you go left.
And we're back.
I say you go to your left, because I like when Pablo gets the element of surprise.
You like that?
Because his answers is so asshole-ish.
Assholic.
Well, this week, I'm going to jump right into it, give you a nice, easy one. Considering today's monumental date, we're going to start off with the one and the only beat.
Who, me?
There's been a hat gimmick now with this.
Greatest of all time.
Stallone, the beat.
Could be.
Could be. Pazzy.
King of Kings, Lord of Lords, the GOAT.
OG Gavin.
Bad as can.
Our All right, Pablo, H2O.
Don't know them, surprisingly. Their music.
Scott, get on your Google. Figure
You
out
would
who
like, you
H2O
would
is.
like that shit.
Yeah, you
That's
would
all
like
you.
it.
Just one of those things I just never got around to.
That's
Yeah, no
all
doubt.
you. He would love them.
All day.
Toby with the dope drop.
Ah, Pazzy.
Toby, what up? DMS, what up? Great punk rock band.
OG.
I like them more than you would think I would.
Yeah, we got love for H2O.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. You're cranky about that type of shit.
Yeah, but for some reason I like them because they're as fast as they are.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And them being good dudes helps a lot.
Of course.
No doubt.
Pablo Redman.
Best MTV Cribs of all time.
Yes.
Fuck, that was
Yes.
fuck.
Stallone.
Love him and his beats.
I'm not. I love that
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
Vinny, speak on it. The Redman.
Most underrated MC of all time.
Okay. OG.
No, I don't care.
I like
Love
that.
it. Love it.
Pablo Supertramp.
Oh, heavy.
Whoa.
I call that as one of the fucking great band names of all time.
Yeah, I'll agree.
Magnolia soundtrack.
Nice.
Saw dude solo. Not in person, but he fucking nails it. His voice is fucking exactly like it sounds like on the record. Every
Did
time.
he do Supertramp songs?
Yeah, only Supertramp song. Him and a piano. It's some YouTube shit. You can find it. That's where I saw it.
I don't even know what his name is.
I don't even know either.
Yeah.
But fucking amazing. He sounds like he did whenever
Super
those
dope.
records were super dope.
Like
was
Supertramp.
497 words.
Yeah. It
Pazzy. Supertramp.
was all hyphenated.
No fucking sell.
Damn. Gavin.
Take the long way home.
Yeah.
So you think you're Romeo?
Breakfast in America.
I like whatever all those radio hits are. I always
You
like
know what
They all
song
come from
I
that one
fucking love of theirs?
The live version, that's killer.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice. Pablo.
Yo,
Mark,
hold on, but he's killing. Look how he's got this shit on, like he's from Jamaica.
every week with a hat.
No, but this one is like he look official, like original Dandada.
Is that when you?
No, you just keep it the way it was.
No.
Pit it right back the way it was.
No, no,
Cricket.
don't
To
put it down.
No, move it to your right.
Put it
down.
up. It was perched way the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now move it a little bit like
Yeah.
Kango Kid.
There you go.
No, you're like the original Dandada. A super cut.
By
Can go from UTFO.
Pablo. Mark Wahlberg.
Oh boy.
I don't hate him. He can live.
Scott Stallone.
No, I had him.
Mark Wahlberg.
And the Funky Bunch.
Nice.
Vinnie Paz. Mark Wahlberg.
Worst actor of the last 3, not 2, 3 decades.
Yes. OG.
He does some directing or something now. Producing that show.
He directs
on
a fucking
HBO.
hamburger joint.
No. Whatever that show was. I don't give a fuck.
Entourage.
Thank you.
Oh, if you want an anecdote, he tried to sign Necro and Ill Bill in like 92, 93.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, I'll let Bill and Necro tell the story when they join us one time, but that is fact.
Takes himself really seriously.
It's the fact that he's so terrible and thinks he's not terrible adds to how terrible he is. And when people put him over, it's usually girls, and it's because he's good looking. It's God bless the kid. That's what I should take back. When you said Paz, Mark Wahlberg, God bless him for being a hunk because his talent
It worked.
It's nice and there.
He worked it.
Yeah, he did.
Pablo Rush.
Neil Peart. Drummer all the way.
Stallone.
Kinda been through that phase. Kind of heavy.
Pazzy Rush.
I'm a fan.
I am too.
I know you are.
Hey, look, man, you had to bring it up and then no sell us.
Might be worst ever.
Shut up. Subdivisions.
Pablo Greg Ginn.
Very
The phone,
influential.
Stallone. Say again.
Very influential.
All right.
Pioneer.
Stallone.
What?
Greg.
You playing Words with Friends?
Greg.
You're in the
Ginn.
fucking
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
Candy-
Oh, is it my turn?
Candy Crush. Little Candy Crush.
I popped for it.
I know, of course.
Is an American guitarist. Best for being
Woo.
Pazzy.
I have two answers.
It's early. Give them both.
A, huge influence. B, like, never heard a good word about him as a human. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Gavin.
Dukowski's more important.
Amen.
I mean, you're always like trying to out gimmick me.
Never.
I mean, if it's a problem,
Stop it.
listen.
Relax.
Well, you're pitting your hoof right in my.
He did the hand up gimmick.
He's pitting his hoof right in my space, so it better
Listen.
be real.
He did the listen.
See, if this was live, you could see me and Vinny slap each other.
They're
That's what's gonna happen.
They're slap fighting.
When we do the live gimmick.
Friday night sissy fights. Pablo. Mark Maron.
I like his show.
Why are you laughing?
It's because he's very factual. He's
Succinct.
succinct. Thank you. Scott Stallone.
enjoy, but have trouble getting through all of his ramblings and podcasts.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Really smart guy. Love him on Howard. Sometimes too smart for his own good, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
Absolutely
Yes, it
does.
I don't know who he is.
No?
No.
Comedian, does a podcast.
You would
got a
dig
show.
him. You would dig him in small doses.
Exactly.
Vinny says I would dig him.
Pablo. Tommy the Hitman Hearns.
He's a boxer.
We got to. I mean,
I could take him.
Whoa.
All right. Pazzy, for you. Tommy the Hitman Hearns.
What I think of is that's how he's known. What I think of is his real nickname, the Motor City Cobra. Jerry Curl, and one of the meanest right hands I ever saw. All praise due to Tommy Hearns. I met him. I know the word association gimmick is supposed to be a few words, but not when you
You
bring
get
up
free reign with fighters.
when you bring someone up like that, man. When I met him, oh, God bless. He was so, God bless. The brother was so cool with me. His right hand was vicious. Fought Duran, fought Sugar Ray, fought everybody. One of the best ever. Motor City Cobra.
The Motor City Cobra is a heavy
Hell yeah.
gimmick name.
Yeah.
Anything Cobra.
I mean, exactly.
I mean, I don't know what this was, but
It's pretty good.
Pablo Steely Dan.
Pass.
Stallone. You looked incredulous that he would pass on that.
I mean,
he's gonna steal my gimmick. I was gonna say $100, $100,000.
Wow.
pig.
He didn't. Asia,
I want that $100,000.
you'll get that. Huh?
Jazz people buy them as well.
As well as what?
well as jazz.
He's trying to stay in
I
the
know. I'm
rules.
just
I can't hear him with a fucking gum chewing and a fucking microphone.
Shut the fuck up. I'm not in the mood.
Remember when he was in a good mood?
No.
Yeah.
Pablo Peter Frampton.
My fucking pig's gone. I'm looking at you, Cypress Hill.
Thank you. Stallone, you know who that is? You need to Google him.
Comes alive.
Pazzy, Peter Frampton.
18 million records sold. 1 album.
One song.
Played in Humble Pie. Ruled.
Nice.
I like that.
I was hoping someone would sing, but Pablo Blur.
Oh, I'll sing, pal.
Nothing comes to my head right now.
Do you
Nothing?
I can't recall a song.
Show me the way.
feel like a...
I'm
doing
mark
it.
for-
Yeah.
for
I thought you were doing. I want you. Show me the way.
every day.
And Don't feel wing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the gimmick. The mouth gimmick.
Talk box.
Yeah,
My dad has one of them, and they're like impossible to play.
I have one.
So the fact that he can play it,
I've heard they're
impressive.
super difficult to play.
Yeah, it's like you have to do
The gimmicks at same time. Gimmicks.
Yeah. So we're at the Blur.
We're at the Blur.
Real mark for Britpop.
Patty?
Not Oasis.
I'm gonna be a jerk with this. What was that hit? The monster
Song
hit.
2.
How did it go? Just sing.
Were they the ones that did the
Woo!
Yes.
Is that them? Woo!
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes, it is.
That's them?
That's Blur.
If I'm singing the right song, woo!
I know that song.
It's them because
I marked for that song. Don't know nothing else.
Didn't they also do the boys who like girls?
That's
That's the song I know.
Yeah, there's that.
my answer was going to be woohoo.
Yep.
I
That's
had
my
no
game.
idea that was them.
I marked for that song, so that's
Then I think
all
the words
right.
are, when I feel heavy metal.
that. I don't care what he says because
Yeah.
I'll probably slap Ghost out of his ass. But
I never knew that was
I fuck with that song.
OG, your thoughts on the Blur?
I was going to say woohoo.
I was gonna. I like how he said it.
I think he
Didn't
said
sing it.
woohoo.
Fucking woohoo, man.
Pablo, Tony Clifton.
I hate that he's going first.
one of the best
You picked
comedians
him!
is still alive.
Is still alive.
Yes. Come here.
Is he still alive?
Is he?
Pazzy, Tony Clifton.
Andy lives.
Oh.
This is going to be more than 5 words, but just found out Deborah Harry was one of Andy's.
Oh, she was it.
I had no idea.
She was in on the gimmick.
I mean, I know she was on Mark, but I didn't know she was with Andy.
Oh, all day.
Yeah, heavy.
That whole boxing. With,
Can I take back mine?
oh my God.
You get a do-over?
Breakfast at Blassie's.
Yeah, hard.
What's that got to do with Tony Clifton?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Go.
Thank you.
Kize Fize.
You want to switch it up the order?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Steve, calm down.
All right, Jeffrey.
Cranky Steve.
Up your ass all
All
night
right,
he
Frankie
is.
Jeff.
Fuck it. I know.
Jeffrey P.
It's the fucking blow loss in his finger.
Yo, can I just keep it a bean? I need you to keep that hat on like that every show. Because you literally look like a dancehall artist, man.
I look all right in this thing?
No, like, you don't look all right. You look spectacular.
Like you'll probably just wear it every episode?
No, but it only looks on the tilt. Like, if you wear it right, you got the tilt like a 93 Buju Bantan.
I was going to say like 87, 88.
I'll take that. He look like...
She wrote,
Or a cab driver. Either way.
No, you look like a young Chaka Dimas.
OG, Dwight Schrute.
Beats Bears Battlestar Galactica.
Well done. Pazzy.
Supposed to mark, and I don't.
Stallone.
He's on his gimmick.
Kind of funny. Created a fucking niche. Put it that way.
P. Jigs.
Question. Who's better than Dwight Schrute?
When I write Vinny question, that's what goes through my head.
He does it every time. And I think of it, and I go, do I think this is funny because Dwight?
It's funny.
Or do I think this is funny because Gavin's doing it?
Gavin, Dennis Hopper.
He had that. Oh, Dennis Hopper. I was thinking
Dennis Leary.
Yes.
You were going to sing the asshole song, weren't you?
I was.
Of course. Because he stole everything else from Bill Hicks except that. Anyway, go ahead.
Dennis Hopper. Apocalypse Now.
Nice.
If you steal my gimmick, don't do it.
Absolutely brilliant.
Pazzy. Dennis Hopper.
Agree with Gavin. That's 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I have 2 more words. Blue velvet.
Stallone.
5 words, right?
Yeah.
Easy Rider.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
I was going to do that.
Hard.
Fuck
Good.
that shit.
Hard.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Nice.
Shot graveyard scene before funding was made in Easy Rider. They shot the graveyard scene. Then the studio's like, all right, this movie can be made.
Dope.
Really?
Dope.
Okay.
I mean, if we get that's a great piece of trivia from Pablo.
Yeah, it
we
is.
can probably dig into how bonkos everything he did.
Yeah.
If I start telling the stories,
I mean, he hung out with fucking your boy.
dog, he was with Hunter S. Thompson.
Or with the your boy Manson.
Charlie?
Yeah,
Why is that our boy?
that's your boy.
I mean, he ain't wrong.
I mean,
I'm just saying. Why does he gotta let people know that?
he had a major,
Pablo don't know kayfabe.
major Hollywood career being a fucking total subversive. That's pretty fucking.
But
good.
then within that, like, his part in River's Edge, like in and of itself,
There should be a band called Feckweed.
there should be a band called River's Edge.
He got blackballed for years too.
I'll blackball you for years.
Whoa.
Yo, he's killing this.
I know.
He should put the Lokes on too. Now I lost my place. Mick Ronson.
Spiders from Mars, Ziggy Stardust.
Ziggy plays guitar. Dika, dika, dika. Dika, da, dee.
Scott Stallone. Mick Ronson.
Is he also Mark Ronson's father?
I have no
I don't know.
I think he is.
He says that he is, but I don't believe it.
Mark Ronson says he
Yes,
is.
there's
Okay.
people that do that gimmick.
And his sister, the model, who was
Right, who's the dude that we love, but he said he was Hanson's.
Oh, yeah.
We love him. The ROH kid. The last real man.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I'm Stan Hanson's nephew. And Hanson was like, not happening. I'll shoot.
Yeah, Stan was not happy.
'Cause
Stan
that's
ain't
always-
happy. He'll
You know,
fucking punch
it'd
out
be
your
cool
eye.
if we had a dude who had a laptop who could like look stuff up for us when we have questions about things.
I agree.
That would be awesome if we had that in the budget.
Oh, we do have that in the budget. He just stands there.
Oh, that's right.
He thinks that cricket hat is fucking like.
That's his only job.
I mean, he is over. Every time I look at him,
Absolutely.
I'm like.
But he could be looking shit up. And
if you
informing
look
us.
up dance hall in New York City in 1987, it's
that.
exactly what he looks like right now.
P. Mick Ronson, anything to say?
Record it with Morrissey.
Well done. Well done.
Did he fuck him too?
Easy now. Don't speak ill of the Moz.
But if it's super Cottonberry, if you done nada.
Gavin, the James Gang.
All of them?
Fucking hard.
Nice.
Of course, look, I'm throwing the 5 words out, man.
Of course.
Especially if we're doing it earlier, like Gavin suggested. If we're going word association.
Oh, it's your fault.
I mean, I'm pitting it on his head.
I'll take that.
Whatever you're doing, you're giving Scott plenty more time to Google
Yeah,
and
take
find
your
out what the fuck
Yo,
we're talking
I
about.
believe he knows the James.
Yeah, of course I do, but I'm trying to find something you're not going to fucking say.
I think that when Joe went and when the Eagles broke up and Joe Walsh started going everywhere he could and singing Desperado that wasn't his song, may have been the greatest heel move ever, better than heel moves in the biz.
Agreed.
He would go on and people would be like, yo, do that James Gang gimmick, and be like, Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? And they were like, yeah, that's not your gimmick. And he's like, oh, I know. So I think of James Gang, I think of Joe, and then I think of Heel. But James Gang, brilliant band.
Joe, genius. Cleveland, Ohio?
Yeah.
Classic rock.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I mean, you can't argue with him. Gavin Primus. Vinnie Paz. Primus.
Larry Lalonde from Possessed. Hello, I'm talking to you.
Yes.
You hate that?
Absolutely.
You hate that?
I hate Primus.
You hate that Larry was in Possessed?
No, I hate that Larry went from possessed into Primus.
That's your problem.
Well, you asked.
Up scumbag.
I have no reply to that. Scott Stallone.
South Park.
I like that. What? Up scumbag?
Primus.
A dog will hunt.
He doesn't even know now. That goes back to Dennis Hopper. Cute bitch. Dog will hunt. Leatherface, you ruined my Sonny Bono wig.
Jeffrey P. Gavin. Give us your thoughts on Michael Moore.
I'm with him.
He's a worker. He's got a gimmick that's over. I ain't mad. Do your thing.
Vinny?
Younger was a supermark. As I grew older, realized he had the same agenda as everybody else with agendas. Probably at one time had his heart in the right place, though.
Sure.
We'll say that.
I
like the 9/11 movie, that was ill that he did that.
Yeah.
But that's 15 years ago.
Yeah, and the Columbine movie.
Yes.
Great. Bowling
Yeah.
Columbine, I just feel like he's become, what do you
Yes.
call that, a parody of yourself?
Yeah.
Like you're telling me who to vote for
Yeah.
when you know that we're all fucked regardless. So
I would said almost exactly the same thing. Word for
But
word.
but I feel like at one he just I'm speaking for a man who's old enough to be my father. I feel he's become jaded, and I don't care now.
Yeah.
I did care. At one point, I looked at that guy like, yo, this is the one guy like that everyone wants to kill. That's holding it down, and now
meh. Scott Stallone, Michael Moore.
Agree with everything you said, but like a label, he's keeping that distribution channel open by making the same type of movie every time.
Well said.
Worker.
Jiggy.
Was told not to speak to him.
What does that mean? Elaborate.
So I was working for, was consulting for a pharmaceutical company, and then he was doing that documentary Sicko, and so a
You
fucking
stole my thing!
a fucking thing
He
went
didn't
around.
steal anything.
A thing went around saying because this area is a hotbed for pharmaceutical companies that we think he's going to be in the area, and if you go to your car and this motherfucker comes up, like you kayfabe and say you don't know nothing.
Okay.
So they were like on high. We were like on high alert for like Michael Moore in the parking lot. And I was like, I can't wait for this motherfucker. I want to talk to him all day.
Sicko? Do you like that he called something sicko?
He made a movie about me.
It's
He named his film after me.
It is about you too.
Yeah, it is.
It's about the mentally ill.
It's my life story.
It's about the mentally ill and
we go to
And
Cuba.
the drugs.
and free drugs.
And free drugs.
I wish
From
Steve.
Castro.
I wish Steve would die at the end of that movie.
Who? Sicko?
Yeah.
I wish he would die at the end of this movie right now.
This podcast.
Was that really necessary?
No, it wasn't. Sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry. I love you, pal.
I love you too. Gavin, heavy metal parking lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I want to jump his bones.
Vinny's going to take mine. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I won't. I won't because I know what you're going to do. A work of art.
Absolutely.
Shoot.
Scott Stallone. Google it up. Heavy metal parking lot film.
The deranged true story.
I like that you're the narrator.
Yeah, sure.
Jiggy.
Will be a future recommendation of mine.
All right. Fuck that punk shit.
Yeah, I was gonna get.
It's your gay to fucking outer space.
Ah.
If I'm going to finish your gimmick. That's his line.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that punk shit. It should go to fucking outer space.
Robert Halford comes out and want to jump his bones.
No, KK Down.
Who is it?
Let's go. Yeah, when I see KK Down and I'm going to jump his bones. Like Gavin said.
Funny this should come up. Jeff Gavin.
You wrote it.
I mean the timing, jerk off.
Pop.
Stan Hansen.
Fuck.
Do the right thing, man.
Fuck.
Top. Speechless.
Yeah,
because he wants to say 78 words. Go ahead.
You get Vinny's ring.
Top.
Free reign, because you made it go to gimmick, so now it's no more 5 words.
Okay.
For certain subjects, y'all get like if it's a fighter, Vinny gets his words.
One of my favorite workers of all time absolutely beat the shit out of everybody he worked with. Legally blind, from what I understand, didn't realize he was punching the shit out of people.
Oh my God. Nice.
Punched Vader's fucking eye out.
Literally took someone's eye out. Nice. If you think that he's exaggerating, eye out of the eye socket.
Fucking stiff as fuck. Like there's no working Stan Hansen. Hard motherfucker.
Pazzy.
Top 3 stiffest ever. Bruiser Brody, accomplice.
Yeah, like him and Bruiser ruled the fucking business.
Like, it's an issue. We'll beat the monkey shit out of you in the ring, and you think it's fake, and we don't.
And the promoter's got a problem? Okay, cool. We'll go over here and make more money. We don't care. Punk rock fucking dudes who had no idea what punk rock was.
Stallone
apparently will be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
this
last year was. Well, just passed. Yeah.
P-Blow.
Tobacco chewing.
Yeah, hard. That was a good gimmick.
Okay. What did he say?
Okay. Tobacco chewing. He used to, when he used to spit the chewing tobacco.
I didn't hear him. I didn't hear him. Yeah, all over his gimmick.
Oh, so good.
Gavin, Carcass.
I mean, I don't know a note they fucking did.
That's not nice.
Good name for a metal band. You gotta have a metal band, you name a Carcass. I'm with you.
When I say I'm with you.
I'm with you.
Pazzy, Carcass.
Combat Records.
Okay. Weren't they on Earache?
Huh?
Weren't they on Earache?
Combat. First record, Combat.
Stallone? Do you have time to Google it?
No, don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, now he's fucking using the laptop.
To see what label they on. Mine is Tony Picture Disc first album.
Nice.
Medical Students.
Tell me they weren't on Combat.
Go in there.
Stallone, could you pass me the water?
Gavin, Francis Ford Coppola.
Coppola.
First album was on Earache.
They were never on Combat.
Thank you.
Getting there.
Thank you. Yeah, it was all that grindcore shit.
What? Second album was Earache / Combat.
Thank you.
All right.
What? Who?
Thank you.
Francis Ford Coppola.
If you don't say Coppola, I'm gonna shut the whole shit down.
I'm not saying that.
The fucking album cover.
You know, Jan calls him Gus Van Zant.
Well, that's Jan. I might too.
I'm not gonna pit. Oh, I was gonna say something wild.
You say you're not gonna put your mouth on it.
Worse. Take out mouth. What's worse? What are these called?
Lips.
Yeah. I didn't say. How's that an AO when I didn't say it?
It's the thought that counts.
Hey, listen, man. What's up?
Who are we on? What are we doing?
Coppola, The Godfather.
Coppola, man.
Francis Ford
Coppola.
The Outsiders.
Thank you.
Man.
Crickets.
Listen, man. You want me to come over there and slap that?
I thought we were on Scott. We're on you?
Top 2 of all time.
Stallone.
Except for this fucking vinyl on HBO.
Yeah, we don't need to.
He's directing that?
He's got something to do with it.
He's got as much to do with it as Scorsese does. I mean,
If they're not behind the camera, I'm not putting it on them.
yeah.
If they were like, here's some Scaro and
I think Scorsese may have had something to do with directing the first one.
Is that it? I don't know.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
How about put his daughter in that fucking god awful fucking Godfather sequel?
Nice.
The worst acting
Nice.
performance of all
Don't
time.
even acknowledge it exists. Mine is delicious wine.
Okay.
Wait, can I ask a question? Would anyone in here do sex with Sofia Coppola?
Yes.
Yeah, because her fucking nose can go right up my ass when she's 69 to me.
Jesus fucking
Yo, man.
Christ.
What the fuck just happened?
What the fuck is wrong with
She
you?
got a big schnoz.
All
That
right,
was like
that's
way
it.
too-
That's a good. That's the end of the
That-
fucking
wow.
word. Well
That's
done,
it.
sir.
All right. Way to go.
What the fuck?
Yo, like we couldn't even finish the sentence, and he had that gimmick going.
He put it out there.
I mean, I did, but I didn't finish the sentence, and you were talking about the gimmick.
Reggae man is freaky. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true. That's true. That's true. Them not think too smart.
Right. All right then.
So the Gavin,
Yeah.
He just called himself Reggae, man.
that's his name from now on. Professor Regaman. So we're going to discuss the biz real quick, but there's not too much to discuss since last time we talked. There's still the brand extension.
Yeah.
No one knows exactly what's going to happen. Are they going to separate?
So there was no new developments from the shit you talked about.
I mean,
last
there's like slight ones, but they're rumors.
Yeah.
Are they going to?
The only thing that's definite is that SmackDown is definitely going live. That's all we really know, and that there's going to be some kind of draft.
And then what I've heard is an argument, not to me or Kevin, because we're marks. The argument of, okay, there's 5 weekdays, correct or incorrect?
I believe that is correct, sir.
Okay. Now you cut off Friday because the average person doesn't watch television on a Friday night. For whatever reason, I'm not talking about us. We're old. I'm just talking about the regular person. So you have 4 nights to work with. The argument is, will the average person give Monday and Tuesday night of their primetime television to wrestling? I can't get Pablo to give one night, and I can't get you to give one night, and I can't get Scott to give one night. Me and Gavin will probably watch Monday and Tuesday. Then you're going to move TNA, over to another night. So now you got 3 nights of wrestling out of 4.
And potentially they still have that Thursday slot that SmackDown's in now.
There might be NXT or something.
Right. So there's another fucking.
So, really what's going on now is people are wondering, are people going to come up from NXT, the people that you guys have seen, Samoa Joe? We know Finn is, I mean, that's a matter of time with this.
Well, this Wednesday coming up is that NXT show with Finn and Joe in the cage, and that's the NXT takeover, the end.
Right. So obviously Finn puts Joe over and then comes up. No?
Yeah. I mean, that's what I think everybody thinks, but who knows what the fuck's going on? Like, it's all up in the air, man. Like, with all these developments, now I'm starting to think.
All right, but if you split, like, let's see what we're looking at. If you split something, supposedly July, right?
The first live SmackDown.
Right.
July,
So,
yeah.
but what you have right now is you have a hot. What they're building is AJ and Cena, right? That's obvious, or no?
Yeah, sure.
So there's no way you can quote unquote draft one of them.
Yeah, they'll obviously be on the same.
Right.
Whatever.
And then now we're gonna have 2 separate champions. You create another belt.
I mean, that's what everybody's talking about too. I think the smart thing to do is have one that floats through each thing, kind of like the old territory days.
Then the problem comes there is everyone goes, well, this isn't the old territory days. And no one will understand. And people that don't watch this. What if you don't watch SmackDown, but you watch Raw? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Am I making any sense? I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Of course.
The old school shit, yo, you had Flair go from
everywhere.
Flair's the NWA champion.
Yep.
He go to AWA.
Yep.
Wrestle the top guy.
Yep.
Get put over. Go to Florida.
Yep.
Get put over.
Yeah.
That's not how.
I think if they make 2, it lessens one of them, and that's the beginning of fucking up this whole thing.
Not mad at that.
You know, one of them will be more important than the other. That's just the way it is.
I feel like depending on how they produce and move forward, they're gonna establish that as well. Besides the belt, if you do separate, they're doing, from what I gather, separate storylines, separate everything.
That's what the word is. Yeah.
When Paul Lee was running SmackDown a bunch of million years ago, SmackDown, you had to watch that as much as you had to watch Raw.
Right.
When I talk to you, you're like this. When I ask you about SmackDown.
I don't like that it's not live. They got me with the live thing.
Right. But
well, if they have two separate belts, maybe the build could be to Mania every year as champion versus champion.
My idea in my head is one. It could be obviously Mania is another one, but maybe other than that, one per year Raw versus SmackDown pay-per-view.
Maybe like SummerSlam.
Yeah, or whatever's like far away from Mania, like whatever's in the middle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, Mania's in the beginning of the summer. Maybe in the beginning of fall, you have like, you rename it, and it's all Raw. You know what I mean? Champ versus champ. Yeah. And then what do you do with the UC, with the IC belt? Do you bring in cruiserweights?
Who knows, man?
You bring in Lucha.
It's such a bizarre situation right now. It's really strange.
All right, so real quick, because we don't cover this often, so I'll go through it quickly. We're huge fans of Lucha Underground, both of us.
Even though we don't get it.
Yeah, and when we do get it, it's in Spanish. Luckily, I speak it, but whatever. What are those guys doing? What do you think? Obviously, it's super well done. You've heard Conan put it over. What do you think about the style? Are you okay with that? Are you okay with the fact that Lucha is spot, nothing slow? I know, from what I know of you, you hate it. You hate that style. You like you like slow. You like real punches.
I like that style if it's supposed to be that style. So that's the kind of Lucha American hybrid that Lucha Underground's doing, and I like that because that's what it's supposed to be. You know, does that make sense? Like, I don't like
you go into it knowing what you're going to get, so you're okay.
Exactly,
right. So when you see spot, because
that's what it's supposed to be,
right? Like I know before, like I put over the Young Bucks, and you're like, yeah. I mean, it seemed good enough, but it's spot. They don't slow anything down.
Yeah. There's something to that, but I like more of a story told and more pacing. There's not a lot of
but that's
pacing.
Old school shit.
Yeah.
So would you say, like, all right, so we got, let's go away from Vince. So we got WWE. Let's go walk away from that for a second. We're both fans of New Japan. Mm-hmm. We're both fans of ROH. We're both fans of Lucha. So when we watch all this, do you get enough of all the little flavors that you need as you did 20 years ago when it was Paulie running against, I mean, you always hated WCW, as I know. People should know that. You always hated that place.
I feel like WCW became what was wrong with Vince a few years before that. Because they got all the guys that left Vince. They only knew how to do one fucking thing.
Yeah, I mean, when Sullivan was booking, I was all right with it for a minute. No?
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, I watched WCW in the beginning of the Monday competition thing. I watched WCW at first for a good little while, and
after the name change, because we were NWA dudes when it was on 635.
Oh yeah. I'm talking when they were competing on Mondays. I watched WCW for a little while before I switched to Vince full time.
So, with that said, do you feel?
But I did at times switch back and forth for sure. I was aware of what was going on there.
Why did the VHS tape on one gimmick?
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? But that was then.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, all right, let's say Lucha. Like, why are they not? Well, it's Robert Rodriguez. Why are they not getting into more homes? Why is ROH not in Philadelphia?
I don't know. And honestly, if I'm being totally honest, as much as I would like to say that, you know, ROH is my favorite thing right now or whatever, honestly, my favorite thing that I enjoy watching more than anything else is NXT. I think NXT is the superior product right now of everything.
Let me think about that. Overall product?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree.
Yeah. with who they have right now. Like, you could put Joe and Finn on for an hour every week, and I'll watch it every week.
I mean,
I can't wait for this fucking cage match on Wednesday.
I have a hard time arguing with that.
Yeah. Those two dudes are fucking brilliant, and together they're fucking brilliant. And I'm curious to see where this goes after Wednesday.
I mean, they got to move Finn up because what's going on right now with the Bullet Club is AJ can't talk, even though to me right now, you could argue with me, maybe Ricochet, maybe Jay Lethal, but right now, to me, AJ is the best in the world.
I'll tell you what, AJ, when he turned on Monday, you saw that spark back.
Agreed.
When he was doing that, like his entire thing changed.
Agreed.
Once he turned. The little facials, the little fucking
Agreed.
whatever, and he's gonna kill it as a heel.
But you've been for at least minimum 6 years been no-selling him to me. I guess he can go, but like whatever.
I think the TNA, honestly, I think they ruin motherfuckers. Like I'm really not interested in anything.
But you haven't been
dudes.
blown away by everything he's done since he came up.
Absolutely, 100%.
That's all. That's all.
Absolutely.
So you feel if given the opportunity, he's
Yeah, he's doing it right now. Absolutely, 100%.
You bring up these dudes. You bring up Balor. They make the Bullet Club. For whatever reason, they're not calling that. If I'm Vince, I just buy out that name. It can't be more than $1 million, right? Or do they want them to live because like Tonga and all them dudes are over there?
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. They might be like, nah, don't like let's not take that.
Well, Vince's business. I mean, he doesn't want to have a shit relationship with them because he's probably going to fucking steal whatever dudes they
whoever
build up.
exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So that's been biz talk.
Yeah, there's not much to get into this week.
There was news today, though.
Okay.
The judge came down with the
Oh, yeah, that was yesterday.
Jimmy Superfly Snuka
thing.
incompetent to stand trial in the death.
Yep. He basically got off for that murder.
So he beat the case.
Yeah, I mean, there's
why he's 7. He's fucked up.
He's can't even have a sentence or whatever, right? Yeah.
Now the
is he
question,
working?
Well, that's the question.
When you ask a wrestler,
I'm
he
saying
working?
you asking me if he's working. Like he ain't old. He ain't 88.
He's pretty old. Look that up.
Nah, B. He like our mom's age, dog.
He's older than you.
You want to bet? I'll bet you he's 70. You ain't 730 or 70.
Wow. He also got fucking rattled a bunch of times with the.
He was born in 71.
It's 71.
I'm kidding. Hold on.
No, you weren't kidding. You was dead ass.
That was his son.
Yo, man, this guy can't even do
He
it.
was born in 43.
So 43. So 50 would be
73.
say 73.
I mean, 73, man. You still competent, man.
Well,
You get beat around in the head a little bit. You can't talk
Take a
to him.
repeated
Man, I'm gonna keep a buck.
Some NFL
Yo,
players.
Snooker faking the funk, and I'm with that.
Hey.
If you try to pit a murder on my head,
What is that story anyway?
he
Can you
killed
run
his
it down?
girlfriend.
he killed his shorty and beat the case back then. And then they were like, "Yo, check it."
It was in Allentown or somewhere around Allentown.
Living here in Allentown.
They did a lot of
That's Gavin's favorite artist.
fuck that motherfucker. They did a lot of
Didn't even break.
they
his
did
stride.
TV tapings there back in the day. So the things you would see Saturday mornings. This is before Hogan. Like the
Right.
little arena thing was in Allentown a lot of times, or somewhere. For some reason, I'm thinking Allentown, but up there wherever. And
It's all the same.
it's small town stuff. So the word is allegedly, Snuka killed this girl that he had gotten arrested for 2 weeks before for beating the shit out of. Killed this girl.
Hey,
The
you
cops
killed your wife. You killed your wife.
the cops, arrested him, whatever. When he went back for questioning, he went in with Vince with a briefcase and played the I don't speak English deal.
Nice.
And Vince was his representative.
Nice.
And that's
Nothing shady about that.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Because at the time, he had just turned Snuka babyface, and Snuka was making him money. This is pre-Hogan. Snuka was over when they turned him babyface, like huge in the Northeast. So that money's rolling in, and Vince was like, my dude can't be fucking going down for this.
Nice.
He was, I mean, this was, if I'm not wrong, this happened a couple weeks before the big cage match with Morocco in Madison Square Garden.
No, you're not wrong. That's exactly, we talking 82?
Not sure.
83.
Yeah.
Like I knew I was around there.
I mean, it was literally a couple weeks before a sold-out Madison Square Garden.
And they were like, oh, you murked us. Here's a suitcase.
Yeah, right. So all these years, the family, and there's been a couple of dudes who've been involved in this case all these years, and this guy whose name I can't think of got the case opened again recently, meaning in the past couple of years. And they decided to go to trial again, blah, blah, blah. The judge decided yesterday that Snuka can't be on trial.
He's got dementia.
Yeah.
I mean, he don't got dementia, but yo.
Does that mean the trial's not going to go forward?
No, it's done. It's thrown out. Yo.
Just because he can't stand trial?
Superfly, yo, you was a worker, and you just worked your way out of a fucking murder rap. Salute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's always, I mean, the thing I read said that there is potential for another go at it, but
it has so many.
Likely.
It's like at this point, it's like 10th go.
I mean, Snuka's going to tap in like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
anyway,
like
so it's like whatever.
He's literally like, don't know where he's at. He's
he's all fucked up.
He's Don Dada.
Yeah, but that's it, man. The business is quiet right now after last week, so it's the next couple of weeks there'll be more stuff to talk about.
All right. Well, with that said, Sicko's taking care of Dear Vin.
Yes.
I don't know why y'all love this so much.
My all-time favorite segment.
For whatever reason, y'all love it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are now moving into Dear Vin.
Please. Do the fanfare, Sicko.
All you.
No, that was beautiful. Do that.
I just did it.
Stepping on my fucking thing here.
Well, I mean, you were asleep at the wheel. You're over there eating nuts and looking at your fucking phone.
Eating nuts.
Suicidal, sleep at the wheel.
Now you don't get it.
That one's all right.
I get nothing.
Put some more fucking nuts in your mouth.
So I'm just going in right now.
I guess so.
Yeah, he's pushing buttons and nothing's coming out.
Oh! What a great fucking engineer this guy is. 20 minutes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Love you, Scott.
Dear Vin. Peace, fam. What you want to speak on? Brother, you know a long time ago someone said they didn't worry about other people. They worried more about their brothers. Is that what is going on here? Or what this message is protected by the way warrants would have to be secured to retrieve it?
Wow.
So what that means, I can be more straight up just asking, though nothing but respect. From my side of things, son, used to live off of Sufton on Linden Boulevard, fam. Been many places at home in NY. My rest is Strong Island, though spelled Linden wrong. Two, supposed to be T-O-O, but two. But brother fighting a big battle or war here. I have confidence you understand, my brother.
Of course.
Can I tell you something, whoever wrote this? I don't fucking understand anything you just said.
Even the past insane ones made some sort of sense.
Right.
I couldn't follow that after like 3 words. I was like, I don't know what the fuck
his
he's
last
talking
few
about.
words is, I have confidence you understand, my brother. I have fucking no clue what I just read.
No.
And for anybody in this room that chooses to reread it, I didn't read it wrong. There's nothing, there's no commas, there's no exclamation, whatever that's called, punctuation.
Yeah.
I have never, in all the podcasts we've done, tuned out, and I absolutely tuned out 4 words into that. I was
tuned
thinking
out-
about something completely different.
I tuned out while reading.
Yeah. Like, I was like, what?
So
I
that
kept
guy...
waiting for the payoff. I thought it was going to go somewhere.
No, that guy just needs to die.
Jesus.
I don't mean die like I wish death. I just think you're a useless person.
Pretty much. Dear Vin.
Dear Vin, someone got telepathically in my head, taking
here we
my
go.
soul, saying it's you guys. Little Crude over ATM diagnosed me with schizophrenia.
Well, at least that made sense.
That's right.
Like, I'm following, dude.
I
I'm
ain't
all right.
arguing with him.
I'm with you.
I mean, have at it.
yeah.
Dear Vin, I'd like to do comedy during dead points in your guys' shows. Let me know if that sounds like something you all might ponder.
Question.
For him or me.
Are there dead points in your show?
Whose show?
Mine.
Your show or
Rap.
this bullshit?
No. My rap gimmick.
So what he's saying is he wants to
Come up and
have you do a song,
who's from out of town?
and then he.
I'm gonna hand it to you. It's right there, the middle one.
What's the deal?
Can you
with
reread it
people
on
who
air?
Rap?
Dear Vin, I'd like to do comedy during dead points of your
Your
guys' shows. Let me know if that sounds like something you all might ponder.
Ponderous.
It was pondered, no.
Comedians have done that though. In the past.
Comedian.
I've been to hip hop shows back in the day where comedians would come in between the sets.
Yeah?
In the dead points.
No,
Dead
thank
points.
you.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I think this guy's talking about in between like sexual songs.
So do I. I'm with you, Singo. These two aren't following.
Like I'm just seeing a guy with a rubber
No, like,
chicken.
you know, when I grab a drink of water in between
Right.
songs, he's like, and then the goat says to the person,
What's the deal with drinking water on a stage?
So I just flew in from Chicago.
Man,
Oh,
boy, my
arm's tired.
Please leave the jokes to me.
Wow.
Dear Vin,
Oh, yes.
it was all part of the plan. We were supposed to pick up the symbol.
Yes. It
We
was.
showed our squirt gun in one episode of Metalocalypse before I picked up the symbol. But acting on them without getting physical won't hurt. I had my belt buckle for almost a year before they showed it. I hear everything the core says. I keep a guitarist close. And this guy I have is good. He was digging deep in the core for everything I want. I can get closer to the band than most because of my name and keys, man. Vinny, you should see the view from up here with the name and peaking my final dream. I jout want to hear. He probably meant to write just, but he wrote jout. I jout wanted you to hear me before we get dirty. I feel like I have been sleeping now, but I feel alive and accomplished for dreaming this long. I stay turned off right now, but approaching ascension so I can spring awake when called. Turn off. I got high a lot, Vinny, but I really controlled myself.
Don't say.
I grasped my outline and ran through my dream. I feel like I have repeated myself. It gets lonely repeating yourself for a dream, but I'm not scared because I have my father to lean on and it's comfortable in my shell. You don't have anybody to lean on, you fucking bozo, or you wouldn't
that
be
the
fucking
end?
writing me. No.
Please read more.
No,
This
but
is
I'm
fucking poetry.
It's something.
I can purify any woman I want.
No, that's
Now it
wrong.
just got weird.
I like that. Now he's
I
got
don't
me.
want to have to poop them, Vinny, but I will.
I mean,
But I lost you.
I'll do
we're
it
back.
with you if you want. I wanted to show the toe. I dreamed extra long, Vinny. I'm going to get that burgundy shaft picture I dreamed for. And I'm still turned off and have been for some time now. There was no need to test anymore. I'm confident I can pop more.
Wait, it's a long one.
I'm in a really
Yeah.
good place in my room. I dreamed a lot longer than I did the first time I popped, just to make sure I pop and get that picture I'm after. It's true, though. If you watch them in their group, she tried to graduate to penis with surgery.
Wow.
I didn't have this chest hair until it came in when I was 21. It's like it rezzed out in a way. My wet dreams are different now. They are pure. I don't want to be exposed. I don't need money. I have the most comfortable YouTube station, but they threaten to pull my pants down. The men aren't approaching me, probably because my penis is hanging out and they don't want me to compare. I mean, what are we claiming? It's crazy.
It is crazy.
Dear Vin.
I don't have a, I don't.
Holy fuck.
That was something else.
I don't have a bad word to say about it.
I mean,
He's just living the dream, man.
I don't have a bad word to say about him. Good dude, my man.
That was
Don't hack
art.
me up, brother.
That was
Exactly.
look,
Wherever you are, I'm your friend.
look, Wherever way you go, there you are.
I understood what he was talking about in the first.
Well, hold on a second.
In the first, like 7 or 8 sentences, he thinks that Metalocalypse is a real show, and he's is real as a real thing.
Okay, see, I understand the second half.
And some of the things he was referring to are things on Metalocalypse.
Can I explain the second half?
Please.
Please do.
I think he's what's it called? Gimmick.
Pseudomasochist?
Crazy?
Pseudo-masochist. Isn't that what you take for a head cold?
Yo, can I just tell you something? The
Don't you
Jan
make
who
bets
doesn't
with
listen to
that?
our podcast was like, I listened to 5 minutes of a podcast and didn't know that Pablo is that retarded.
Yeah.
He's like, first 5 minutes, butchered 70 words.
Easily.
And I was like, digging more.
I'm here to entertain.
So if here's the second half. This person who wrote that, we don't give names, is doing the Bruce Jenner gimmick. You all looking?
Oh,
Chopping the lopping
Nick?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, because now it's pure.
Yeah. I mean, you're shrugging me. I'm trying to told you.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep you woke.
You might be
I'm
onto something
woke.
that because he was like, I'm turning off, turning this.
Yeah, and
purifying women.
you want purify women and the word penis. I'm checking out.
Right. He's looking
I got a little weird on me.
My man.
All right. Okay.
Big ups, my man.
Yeah, big up,
Best
my
segment,
girl.
best segment ever.
All right.
Well,
Big fan. Big fan.
a little while ago, OG got tired of the Pablo Cheapo tip of the week. We was like, yo, if you don't step your game up, then you got to be cut. So Pablo said he got something to tell us this week. So
Pablo's Cheapo Tip of the Week.
what up, PG? Lord of mercy.
Back.
What?
Because I'm looking for the same thing.
I mean, that ain't real regulicious, but we going. I mean, you had
That's
cricket.
hip hop, you know what I'm saying?
You know, it's hip hop.
You know what I'm saying? He said,
Lucifer, sun in the morning. No, is that more reggae? Thank you.
yeah, I mean, little thing, man.
So this
Little
one,
thing, man.
yeah, I had to make a comeback. 'Cause this one got my goat. The shit that's going on at these schools today.
Didn't get your.
Yeah. OG's,
All right,
OG's
there's
going to
goat
ride with me
getting.
on this one big time.
I am?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the schools now, since the beginning of time, they take your picture and then they do the class picture, and then you buy whichever one you want. You're familiar with that,
Yeah,
right?
of course. I think everybody
All right.
is.
So now
they do the whole class, and then you sit in the gimmick, and
Individual
then they
one.
give you all the gimmicks, and they
Right.
give you this
Right.
ridiculous price.
So here's what they do now. They actually do it like twice a year,
Okay.
and what they do now is they take it and they print it out and then send it home, and then they're like, bring the gimmick back if you don't want it, or write the slip out if you do want it.
With
And
the Scotto.
Yeah. So if
Okay.
you like forget to bring that shit home, that shit you get like billed for that shit.
All right.
And then twice a year, like, what do I need? I know my kid ain't going to change that much throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? and these guys, people are
I'm
fucking
sorry.
horrible.
I'm sorry for laughing.
My
It's
kid
hard.
ain't gonna change that,
That much
in
in
a
a
year.
Yo, your kid changes like every 2 months at that age, dog.
Jesus.
Sicko, just back me up. No, yo,
That's
look,
what childhood is.
your nephew and my son are the same age. Don't they change like every
day.
6 weeks?
Every day.
All right, just got to get that out there.
Not for the wall gimmick, though. We're fine.
Yo, this guy is why he's the illest.
So it seems like every week a fucking other glossy picture's coming home.
Glossy.
So wifey says, "What do you want to do about this?" And I look at them, and my kids are good looking, but I'm like, "These are all right pictures. They could be better." You know what I'm saying?
Kids are-
So I said, "Look," I said, "We ain't paying for any of this shit." I go, "Give me these fucking photos." So I take the digital camera, I take the phone out. If you get just the right,
If you tell me you took a...
you get just the right angle, right? You get the right angle. The watermark, you can get rid of that. And then you get and they try to trick you because they make it glossy, so the light above you reflects down.
Yeah,
and you don't
yeah,
get-
yeah, it makes-
I figured out how to get around that. So I just take a picture of that shit, send them things back for ain't getting that. It's free.
Yo, man,
Oh my God.
I'm going to keep it a bean. He said this one ain't that ill. This one's up there.
And then you go to the hood shops like Walmart. They know the gimmick. They're like, yo, this is professional. We don't make these. You go to the hood gimmicks. They'll print 1,000 of those motherfuckers.
Oh, dog, you go around. I mean, we go around the way. They'll build them up
yeah,
all day.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not really
Don't print a fucking penthouse at the hood Joe we go to. You know, I don't give a
I'll be
fuck.
like, yo, here's a little picture of my little boy
Yeah.
Edgar. Take 1,000 of
Yeah.
these. and slip me in there like posting up with the gold chains. But what I'm saying is he's pitting over about taking the pictures of the picture. What do you think about that, OG?
Did the same thing.
Amen.
And I'll tell you why. Not because I don't want to spend the money, because you ain't working me with that gimmick you said where they send it home now and they want you to fucking forget about it and then they fucking bill you whatever. Fuck you. Okay, you're going to try and work me, and I'm going to work you.
Okay, I can't. I'm going to keep it a bean. I don't think either one of us could speak on that, right?
Yeah. And now they eat it because they already fucking print the shit out.
I mean, I feel like P. Jiggy cheap, but when Gavin co-signs it, then I can't go in.
Well, it's also two different angles. Pablo's just purely from an economical standpoint. Gavin's like, you ain't getting over on me.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
That,
I like that. I like that.
We would buy them all the time. We would pick a package and fucking whatever. But once they started doing that deal where they send it home first and then like, oh, if we don't hear from you in like 10 minutes and we're fucking charging you.
He wouldn't.
So basically what you're saying is, all right, we got front row tickets to ROH. They're $100 a piece. We in there. We in there like swimwear. But when they give me $100 a piece tickets and charge me without telling me, then we're charged up.
Right.
Because it's
not about,
it's the principle.
Right.
It's the principle.
Right.
See, it ain't the principle with PG, I don't think.
They used to send a piece of paper home that you could pick the packages that you want. As a matter of fact, you used to have to pick the packages at one point before the picture was even taken.
Yeah.
Because it was different backgrounds. And, right.
Yeah, I'm so many years behind.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense.
So,
at least.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, they send home a package with the pictures already printed and the different fucking, this size and this size and this size and this size, wild size, fucking blah, blah, blah. And they say, if we don't hear back from you by whenever,
Wednesday,
right, then we're charging you $75 for this fucking package. Like, get the fuck out of here.
And your kid's like 7, and you're like, put this in your backpack and take it to school.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Right.
They're relying on your kids to just fucking not give a fuck.
You gotta tell kids that age, if they're supposed to hand something in Monday, you're lucky if it gets in on by Friday. It's like, yo, did you hand in that thing? Oh, I forgot. Oh, fucking hell. And you got to write a note in the lunch gimmick.
Right.
Like, hand in the fucking thing.
Yeah. It's like the same philosophy when a store prints up like gift certificates. Half their business model.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I respect the work, man. I respect it. I respect your angle. I respect you working marks.
Yep.
But I ain't a mark. Okay, fuck you. I'm going to take
that
pictures of this and then I'm going to
free
fucking send it back.
deal.
Fuck off. Right,
Like,
exactly.
We'll give you 90 days, just give us your numbers.
Yep.
And then when you forget about it, you just automatically get charged.
Well, Gavin and I have talked about with the WWE network, your first month is free, right?
Right.
And then you don't have to subscribe anymore. There's people that create email after email after email to keep getting the first month free.
Right.
Nice.
I'm like, you don't have $9.99 just to eat that, dog?
There's more Pablos out there than we thought there
I get a
might be.
Twitter feed every day from someone that rides with me.
I mean, that's like 1 in 45 million. It's as cheap as you, dog.
Well,
Cheapo Army's building up, brother. You better watch the fuck out.
Or what? Or what's going to happen?
here we go.
We're taking all the money.
From who? You ain't taking my money.
You're wasting money. You're like ringing.
That's right. But you ain't getting none of it.
I get the fucking shit that falls on the ground.
Maybe.
It's all going to the big business of photography fucking industry.
It is. So, listen,
so
man.
there you go.
Saving
money every day,
anyone
helping
send
you
the
out.
emails to you, man? Because everybody knows the email goes to you, but nobody. I mean,
What are you saying?
Did anybody send you any emails?
Oh, we're doing mailbag now? We're off the Cheapo Tipo. I want an outro. I want my outro music.
Oh, here you go.
And once again, that's another
Pablo's Cheapo Tip of the Week.
I ain't really mad, dog. He's still flying at 4 a.m.
I mean,
All right, we got some mailbag. So this week, it's been low because I guess we ain't giving out the address or people just don't know what's going on. So
info at Broad Street Breakdown.
a lot of the guys this week are OG gimmick gangers. You know what I'm saying? People we've heard from before, people we hear from Twitter a lot, and these guys just have good questions. So they get repeatedly back on the air.
All right.
Can make that up.
Bring it on.
All right, first one's for Sicko, and then the crew can also respond. This is from Jeff Giger.
Okay.
Sicko, what are your top 3 favorite Simpsons episodes?
Oh, that's a tough one. Off the dome.
Yeah, I agree. Off the rip, that's hard.
Well, I can tell you what the greatest Simpsons episode is, and it's probably like my number 2. That's Last Exit to Springfield. That's the dental plan. Lisa needs braces. Dental plan. It's a perfect episode from start to finish. It's perfect in pacing. It's joke after joke after joke. It mirrors one of the greatest American novels ever written, Last Exit to Brooklyn.
Hubert Selby Jr.
It's
Happy guy.
And it's widely considered like the epitome of the pinnacle of The Simpsons' early years. I'd probably put it at number 2. My favorite episode is a toss-up between, and it's funny because they're both later, like season 8. The one where fucking Homer eats the crazy chili pepper and hallucinates, just because
at the chili fair,
right? The chili cook-off, and fucking, it's great because the animation, it's back in the old days when shit was drawn. Wasn't computer driven. It's beautiful animation. The story is one of those like wacky, like nonsensical stories. It's just jokey, and it just cracks me up. And if I had to pick a third out of the ether, I would say another late season one would be it's my brother's favorite episode, the Clown College, when Homer goes to Clown College, and it's like everybody looks at.
All right, you'll know the name of this one when Burns is in the hospital and grows the long beard and thinks that.
With the casino.
With the
when
casino.
he owns the casino, I think it's just called Burns' Casino.
Okay, that and Tomapalooza are probably.
That's a great one.
That's probably my 2.
I like the Stonecutter one.
That's classic.
And that shit happened when like no one really knew about the Masons.
No, that was like before Illuminati shit.
Like I was like scared when that episode was on. Like, oh shit, now people are gonna know.
Yo, real rap.
Yeah.
I like Stampy, the Stampy episode.
That was just on.
That's not part of the deal, man. Black Heart. That's not part. And
I like that song.
And then probably either the Rodney episode.
Oh, that's a fucking
or
classic.
at least something with Troy McClure in it.
Yeah,
something.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not mad.
It's hard to pick. Like, I mean, I only know the first 9 seasons like super well, and it's hard.
Yeah, I
to
probably
pick a
know
top
the first
3.
15 super well, but I didn't even do well in that. So, all right.
Good question. Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right.
My
Yeah,
fellow
thank you. What's
Simpsons
his
people.
name?
Jeff Giger.
All right,
Jeff, thank you, man. Keep writing, man.
Good deal.
This one's for Paz and OG from Jeff Williams. Shawn Michaels, what do you think of his mic work and ring work?
Oh, yeah.
Is this Williams, my boy Williams?
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels, cocksucker. Fuck him. Don't give a fuck how good a worker he was. No time. No respect. No nothing from me.
And fuck
and
him.
Vinny. And Vinny can go further on that.
A fucking bozo fuckface on the stick. Could work his ass off to the point where he works so good that I still don't care. That's how much of an asshole he was. When people list top 5 and I don't have him in mind and they get mad, he was that much of a fucking bozo. Fuck him and his crooked eye. I'll slap it back into position.
Yep.
All right, then. Fantastic.
Nice.
This one is for Paz from a serious question from Cody Mack.
What up, Cody? Love the video, by the way. Thank you for sending that to us.
Yeah, your daughter's the best. Are you ready, Paz?
I mean, I guess so.
Here it is.
I can't look
Yuck it up.
All right. What Teen Wolf is the best? Michael J. Fox, Jason Bateman, that douche on the MTV show, or me, Cody Mack?
Cody Mack.
All
day.
Cody Mack. Here's the order. Cody Mack number 1.
Cody Mack number 2.
Cody Mack
number 3.
I like the Jason Bateman one because it was about boxing.
I don't even think I ever saw
That
it.
was Teen Wolf 2.
Yeah.
Remember how we played basketball in the first gimmick?
Uh-huh.
He
He's
moved
a
the
boxer?
His cousin was Jason Bateman,
Come
and
on.
he was a boxer.
Come on.
So Cody Mack is not only Teen Wolf, he's Adult Wolf.
He wanted to change his Facebook handle.
He's
to
AW.
Yeah.
AW Mac, man.
Give me the keg of
beer.
All right. Last one's for the whole crew, and I thought it was it's from our boy Winchester's Ghost.
Nah, that's yeah.
It's pretty much he wrote this a while ago, but it's perfect timing given the fact of what's going on with PE and Rage. He says, "What are your crew's thoughts on supergroups?"
OG, set it off.
About that specifically?
No, just
No,
in general. But
like,
it just
so,
so happens
like-
that this dropped last week.
Usually I'm not feeling it.
Yeah.
I like Cypress Hill. I like Public Enemy. For example, I like Cypress Hill. I like Public Enemy. I don't care about Rage Against the Machine, and I have no interest in what they're doing.
You think it's just a money grab?
I don't know. I don't think about it enough. It just
Neither do I.
it never interests me. Usually, I mean, I'm sure we could think of some examples that worked, but overall, I feel like it doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, I got
we're
nothing
going-
to say, really.
I basically agree, like everything he said is how I feel. I guess there's been a couple like that if we pressed each other off of air, we might think of something.
Temple the Dog?
Yeah, like Crosby, Stills, and Nash and Young were a super group.
Yeah,
like
like, I
I'm
get-
into that.
yeah, I
that's
get-
cool.
but
like
but what are they-
I'm trying to think of like a super group that relates to like our world. But
the question that's applied with this Cypress, Rage, and P8, like I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. Like Chuck, 50 years old. Like Zach ain't involved.
Yeah.
They're gonna do really well live.
Yeah. Like the festival circuit, they're going to
show
kill.
was-
No, like really well live. Like you record that shit, I don't care.
The first show was 2 nights ago, and I happened to see the set list, and they're doing some Public Enemy, they're doing some Cypress Hill, and they're doing like some mostly Rage Against the Machine, and a couple of I guess songs that they're doing as a band as well.
All right.
What I'm
it's
saying
a
is,
Cypress
like, if
Hill
me and
set,
you,
a piece.
if one of our fam,
it's like mixed. It's mixed up throughout.
what I'm saying is, like, if one of our fam is on that festival, like, we'll go and stand on the side and talk shit while it happens.
Yeah,
but I don't care.
I'm not angry at it. It's whatever, you know.
To me, like the word super group, like what I envision are those like really bad fucking like the All-Star Jam where you have like 97 guitarists. All
Well, no,
come up
I
and
mean,
play
the
a
word
Bob
super
Dylan's-
group is a douche show.
You know what I mean?
To
Like,
get back, it is, but to get back to, I mean, let's get off of these guys, ayo, and go into it, like, even in hip hop or hardcore or punk, like, does it work? Like, I don't know.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
love
I can't
the
think
world.
of.
World Be Free is a super group, and I think they're incredible.
Okay, all right, there you go.
No, I'm keeping it a beam.
That didn't even occur to me. I
Literally
didn't even
every
think of it.
person in that band
Yeah,
is
you're
from
no,
another
you're right.
great band.
You're right.
Amazing record. But in general, like,
But they're not marketing. They're not talking about themselves as a super group. They're just
no,
a bunch
but
of guys.
that's because it's punk rock.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I mean, who is like
I think of like the Traveling Wilburys. when you
Right.
say
yeah,
something
and I
like
think
that,
that's like a mockery.
right. I'm just not even interested.
How could like Roy Orbison, Tom Petty, be in a group and make awful shit?
Yeah, because that's what happens when shit is.
Well,
forced.
so Pete, just
Jeff
ask
Lynne,
real quick
who I
again.
think is great.
What's the question? What do you think of super groups?
Yeah, what's your thoughts on it?
I genuinely don't think they work. And if you apply what is Army of the Pharaohs, is that a super group? And if you critique me, what I'm saying, what do I think? And you say you hate it, cool. Like that's like I ain't mad at you if you hate my records. That's the difference between me and other artists. Like if you think that's a bad idea, so do I, because I took a L. Everybody get money off them records but me.
And that, my friends, is Le Mailbag.
Lay.
bag.
Well, we're at the point, we're nearing the end of the show, ladies and germs, where we get to a little gimmick we like to call recommendations. I would like to know, do you think people care about our recommendations, Sicko?
Well, based on how much they harassed us about putting them all in one place, yeah, I guess they do.
Well, I think you need to do a better job of making them recommendations available.
I got 2 words for them. Google.
I'm with Pablo. It should be a gimmick.
I mean, it's on the page.
He
What more
did
do
a
you
good
want from
first
me?
effort, not being a web programmer, but yeah, it's to be desired. But bare minimum, there should be a link. There should be a link on the
Jesus
homepage. Bare minimum.
Bare minimum.
I'm with that.
Get off your fucking ass and do it.
You can't do it. You can't type this shit in
Google.
yourself. You can't.
You listen to the show and you go, "Oh, that's something I'm interested." You hit pause and you go, "Google." What is and where can I find blah, blah, blah?
All right,
Paz,
I'm with you.
but
I'm with you.
but
Why
Why-
do you need me to tell you again? You just listen
Can I
to the
tell you
show.
why? Because we put it over and say it's on our page. That's why.
No, we started doing that because people were like, oh, I can't figure, why don't you put it on
He
your
doesn't want to put the
page?
work in. That's all.
But
I'm
just,
saying.
I don't care. Let's do the recommendations. I don't want to fucking hear anybody yelling anymore.
But Paz,
Honestly,
man.
like, this is shoot for real. I don't want to hear it.
Yo, man, get it together.
I don't want to fucking hear it.
but Paz, we do get a lot of emails saying, "Yo, that fucking book you recommend,
Yeah,
it's
people
crazy."
definitely-
No,
People
and that's why
yeah.
I feel the recommendations should be a little bit more. There should be more clarity there. That's all I'm saying. No ball busting with nobody. We can fix that. Boom, boom, boom. It ain't nobody's fault. You feel me?
I feel you 100%.
All right, that's all I'm saying. So I'm gonna start off with the OG. OG, you what you been? What's been? Because we talk. I'm mad at you that you ain't watched Wayward Pines yet.
Yeah,
You're 2 episodes behind.
I am. Tomorrow
So-
night, 100%.
You gonna watch both though?
Yep.
Because if not,
No.
and then John Bleak is like, you feel me?
100%.
Walk these dogs, OG.
Absolutely. 100%
All right.
tomorrow night. Or tonight, whatever time it is.
Later on.
Right. Mine is a little. It's a podcast, but it's a specific episode for a podcast. I just got hip. Hoya from Madball has a podcast.
Oh yeah. Hoya,
you
what
hip,
up?
Are you hip to this, Vin? His
I mean, I am
podcast?
because that's my man.
He's got a podcast, and they're about I'm gonna say 7 episodes in, and the last one he did is absolutely essential listening. It's just Hoya and their boy Scott Banks, who just got out of prison after 24 years, and he spends an hour and a half, the two of them just talking, and it is absolutely 100% essential listening. It is important work that the two of them did on this one. The other ones are kind of hanging out, and like Freddie Madball's there and whatever, and they're
Scott
having
Vogel's
fun.
been on there.
Yes,
Jazz-
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. And
All of them are dope, but no, the Scott
and they're
Scott
having
Banks
fun.
shit.
But this one is absolutely, I cannot stress enough to seek this out. It's called the Smoking Word Podcast, and it's the last episode that dropped this week. Absolutely must listen.
Nice.
Sicko, how are you over there?
I'm all right.
What's been up, man?
I'm definitely checking it out.
I was.
Yeah, you'll really enjoy it. I mean, they go through.
Scott been in since he been in since like 1990.
He was
dog.
a kid, and
crazy.
it's just it. I'm not going to say much about it. Like, really, really seek it out and listen to it.
fucking-
It's
Yo,
it's-
and shout
it's
out to
super-
Stress the White Boy and all DMS that helped him get out.
Yeah. It's super. I was aware of the situation second, third, fourth hand, like just sort of on from an observing sort of, from a distance thing. But this goes through it detailed. He was locked up from when he was a kid, man, and he just got out. 24 years, supposed to do if I'm not wrong, supposed to do 22 years, and ended up doing 24 years.
Correct.
And I mean, this dude has a lot to say and a lot of good things to say, and his mindset is just, for somebody who was in that situation, man, like I give him all the credit in the world for the way he thinks now, and he's starting his life again, and it's a heavy, super important.
I'm gonna back
episode of
Gavin
this
because somehow
podcast.
this kid is still positive through all this shit.
Yeah,
and good hearted.
Yeah.
Through all this.
Yeah.
And it's just, I can't say that I would be the same.
Right.
Sicko, what up?
Nice. So, I kind of, it's something that's a couple years old that I had actually seen, but it came up about a week or two back, and I fell right into it because it's really good. It's a documentary that came out in 2013 about the author J.D. Salinger. It's just called Salinger. The guy who did, I think his name is Shane Salerno.
So much. I hate how much I have to say about this.
It's
because I think we're equally obsessed with Salinger.
Yeah, it's an intense documentary.
what's it called? I missed what you said.
Salinger.
Okay.
It's just called Salinger. It's very, very informative. It reveres him as an author, but doesn't pull any punches of him as a human being because he's pretty much a piece of shit to anybody that knew him.
Whoa.
And
Hey.
it's pretty honest.
How dare he call him that?
No, well, he was. He was a fucking shit to all his fucking wives and these women that he fucking.
He's the crazy though. He was the crazy.
Yeah, I mean, crazy
his wives.
genius.
They walked in on his business.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you walk in on my world of shit and accept it, then you walk in on that.
We're getting that all
Yeah.
night.
Oh, we didn't discuss how he how he does it wrong. So write that, Pablo.
It's
Write
already
that
down.
down.
It's already written down.
So yeah, the Salinger documentary. Go watch it.
I'll fucking clear that throat.
Yeah, Pablo.
Jeez.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it a bean. You want so you're
I'm on the next level. I know.
See, he picked up spot me. Yeah. Your recommendations are always a little bit.
Yeah, man.
Have you tried raisins?
How dare you?
Who else is recommending fruit and vegetables in this?
No one.
Nobody.
Let's all try to get better here.
So you got a recommendation, PJ?
Speaking of fruits and vegetables, we all know we're a big Adult Swim watchers here.
We are.
So
Yeah?
me and Scott are.
Yeah.
So this cartoon comes on late at night, and after I tell you what it is, you're gonna know why. It's called Mr. Pickles. Mr. Pickles is a satanic dog that lives.
Whoa,
in,
I'm all right with this.
So
Pretty good.
He shoots satanic.
he's satanic. He kills all the bad people, slits their throats, cuts them, fucking treats people like puppets.
Yeah.
Rapes other animals,
Yes.
possesses them, rapes them.
That's pretty
So
good.
yeah, if you like the Dark Lord, this is the fucking show for you because it's fucking super satanic.
The great horned one.
He says stuff
The
back.
horned one?
They make shit. They play shit backwards. There's all kinds of fucking animal
Well,
rape and stuff.
If
It's out of
Beelzebub
control.
is right up your alley,
I mean,
this show's for you.
Under his doghouse, he has a fucking satanic lair with like made out of skeletons and body
Sicko,
parts.
you're nodding your head like you know all this.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
It's
And
fucking
this
brutal.
is Devil
dude.
Biz?
It's
Like
funny.
shoot Devil Biz or ha 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 Devil?
Ha ha ha, devil.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right,
but
'cause
with
I mean-
knowledge of the real deal.
Yeah,
I mean, they
I
get
mean,
away
for
with,
me- for
with
me-
murder.
For me, I'm Devil Biz, but all right.
They get away with murder. But anyway, I like it. It's a fun show. So it's Mr. Pickles on Adult Swim, usually late at night, like 11:30, 12 o'clock. Yeah, I mean, it's got like a TVMA rating.
Bet,
So I
yeah,
still
bet.
can't believe that it's actually on and it's a cartoon.
P, I'm gonna keep it
Crazy.
a bean. Your shit is always fresh and different from ours.
I
It's
try.
Same with Scott, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it a bean though. It's always different. You always put me on some new shit. I got some new shit for you though tomorrow. You got Cinemax, right?
Got everything.
All right, so I'm gonna hip you to some.
If it's
When
the
we-
possession gimmick, I ain't watching it.
That's
I'm not
the
watching
gimmick.
it. I can't wait till it gets canceled because I hate watching the promos.
You're
I
watching
gotta
it?
turn the channel off
No, man,
during the
you're watching
promo.
it.
It's so
Sicko, you got
scary.
Cinemax?
I do.
Possession gimmicks. I'm selling them. Scott Stallone, what's your recommendation for this week, my friend?
My recommendation is a documentary that came out in 2013. It's something I kept meaning to see. It's like one of these prerequisites to doing what I do, and it's a documentary called Muscle Shoals.
Oh, I seen that.
Yeah, it's
That's
really good. It's basically the history of the area and specifically
Yeah.
the studio
Yep.
of Muscle Shoals. I first found out about Muscle Shoals when I was beat shopping and record digging and just like coming across these records that, you know, like you'd see the studio and it looked dope and the sounds were great. It would be like staple singers, Wilson Pickett, Aretha Franklin, and you see the studio musicians and they're fucking these geeky country white guys.
Yep.
And I'm like, they
Shoals
must have just
band.
like bum rushed the fucking photo session or something. It can't be the same fucking.
yeah.
But that's the band. It's the studio band, and the name of the producer who was pretty much in charge of putting them all together in the same room and forcing them to play was Rick Hall. And it's just an amazing documentary. So many good records came out of there, and it's well done. And
That's
it's
a real good documentary.
It's easy to watch, and you realize, holy fuck. And also, it's amazing because you realize how different the record industry is now. And they're talking about taking local sounds and
Yeah.
making them national, and they were always bumping it up to, you know, a major distribution, whereas they were releasing local records. Shit would catch on. Anyway, it's fascinating. It's called Muscle Shoals. Check it out. Netflix. You can find it on Netflix. Probably.
Dr. Scholes?
Yeah.
Nice.
Vin,
Yes.
You got a recommendation?
No, I do. And here's the biggest problem with me. Every fucking time I think, we get notes a lot, we get letters a lot that everyone has checked out our recommendations, all of us. My recommendation, I don't know if it's able to be acquired.
Oh, it's one of these.
I mean, it ain't, but it is. There was two of them. HBO produced this documentary, but it was like I was 12. It was called Life of Crime. Then they did the second part like 5-6 years later.
I don't know it.
HBO Life of Crime, HBO Life of Crime Part 2. They're in New York, and they follow these dudes who just literally. You remember those HBO documentaries about the hookers? Hookers
Hookers at the point.
blah, 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 point.
Hips up, hose down.
Yeah,
Black tar heroin.
All of that. The dude who did that, John, it begins with the A. This was his first work. He was literally in the grimiest parts of every borough with these dudes who used to vic people, steal, rob, shoot, stab, go to the box, all of that. HBO Life of Crime. I'm gonna look. I might be able to find his name, and you might be able to find it. I have them on DVD because I burned them.
Yeah, okay.
That's like I had the awareness.
What years do you
John
think?
L. Pertz.
Yes. Well, that could be. No, that might not be it. John Alpert.
Al Pertz.
Alpert.
Oh my God.
Yo, Alpert.
Wow.
John Alpert. JONALPERT. John Alpert did a lot of those documentaries that everybody saw, the hookers, but he started like years and years and years, like going back. You're laughing, right?
Alperts.
I mean, he's like a retard. There's two of them. Life of Crime 1, Life of Crime 2.
Joe Alperts.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it a bean, whatever with y'all. I got them on DVD, so I don't care if y'all find. Vinnie.
Hilarious.
I mean, so for me, that's like I said, man. I got it on DVD. Y'all don't.
I feel like I've saw this at the time. It sounds sort of familiar to me, but I don't remember.
It was like 89 and then 93. Yeah. Me and Mom's watching. Mary's mind was fucking blown because how ill the access they gave him. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, this is New York. This is when New York, just like Philly, was like, Baghdad. Like now it's hipsters. Now you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like now there's little pockets.
And also now filmmakers try to get everywhere they're not supposed to get. And
and people
situations where
people ain't letting it happen.
Right.
So
back then it was probably fucking, not done every day.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So with that said, this is episode what? 18?
18. Yeah. We riding out?
Ladies and gentlemen, OG.
Old enough to drink.
Wow. No, how is this old enough to drink?
18, bro.
No, they ain't old enough to drink.
In Europe.
In the Europe.
It's 16, man.
That's right.
It's 16 over there. OG, go ahead.
Download. We
iTunes.
need them numbers. iTunes.
Subscribe.
info@broadstreetbreakdown.com. Hit us
Write
up with
your
emails.
fucking questions. We did the live thing tonight. We're going to experiment with that a little bit.
Yeah,
and
we're gonna do more of that. We're gonna try and get it so we get you to watch us actually recording the episode, and then you start throwing questions.
Right, we can have some
we'll have a little bit of fun.
interaction. Yeah, we had fun doing that the other night, and
Absolutely.
we're gonna figure out what we're doing with that exactly.
Yeah.
But download, that's the fucking key word of the day.
This has been the Broad Street Breakdown, episode 18. Lot of mercy. Follow me, no. Peace.